Oh, I have to
Everything
push.
is
Okay, so I'm going to do a quick intro as soon as it's live, which it is right now. So
okay. Good.
you should be able to see it, but I'm going to give a quick intro. And then,
Yep, there it is. Go
uh,
for it.
can you see the chart yet?
Are
It's
you?
it's a little bit.
No, but I see you zoomed in. It's great.
Okay, good. All right, so there we go. We got the chart. So I'm going to do an intro. Hey,
There you
everyone.
go. Perfect. Start.
How's everybody doing? We're going live here today, and we're gonna be. I'm here with John Meli, and we're here to pass a trade room. We're looking at doing it. Pass a prop test. We got $100,000 prop firm. Okay, we got $100,000 prop firm. So we got to come up with the strategy on how to trade it, how to pass this test. Okay, we also need to set up our trading strategy, our risk management plan, and all of that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So John, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing really good. So let's hear the parameters of your prop test. We got $100,000, and then what's our loss limit for the day?
The loss limit for the day is 4,000, and the total on the account is 5,000.
Okay.
So I am using a money management tool here, and you'll notice that it says buy and sell 9.77.
Okay.
That's if you're watching on the YouTube stream. Everybody that's watching can see. I'm also in a trading room with John. But the 9.77 is the max lot you can take on this thing. You can take 10 lots. So I've got it set
Okay.
up. I
Nice.
want to take the max lot on every trade, which
Now, hold on. Let's talk about that. So if you're going to take the max lot, how about maybe a smaller trade first to feel it out, and then jump in with a larger trade?
um,
How do you feel about that? Or
I
not
don't
really?
know. What do you think?
Well, for me, it's all about keeping the losses down. And if we're going to jump in with the largest size all the time, because not every time are we going to, because we get a lot of head fakes with gold. So if we get a head fake, we're going to take a loss, and we want to keep our losses down. So we want to
Right,
prove that it's not a head fake.
right. Well, the only thing about that, okay, okay.
Okay.
The only thing I'm thinking about that is that I am not obviously taking a full loss,
Set up
hopefully.
for that.
Right. No, I can set it up, but
No,
let's
no, we never take full loss. Never.
let's change it. So I'm going into the settings. See, I want to get some. So my max money that I have to risk right now is 5,000. So I'm going to cut that in half. We're
Okay.
going to go 2,500.
Good. I like that.
Okay.
At least it gives us two bullets.
All right.
Because what happens is we always get it, even if the market's good, the first one's always a head fake. So it'll shoot up, pull back, and then we can jump in again with the next trade.
Well, I was really hoping to. Try to pass this in one big move, right? So unfortunately, it's a Monday, and that might not happen.
Yeah.
But if you look at these, we're right
Yeah.
in the middle of this range here. If we
Yes.
break to the downside, we've got a nice move that's 120 pips below. If we break
Yeah.
up, there's a possible move 200 pips up. So if I could
Yeah.
capture a move, because market moves from levels to levels. So if I could,
Correct.
with a big lot size, if I capture one of those moves, then I'm good, right? Like this one here went through two levels. It went 1, 2, right? 335 pips.
Yeah.
That would have been enough to, and that happened on Friday. That would have been enough to pass this test. I think that was Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Thursday. But, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, when you're in a prop test, and you know more than me, but I don't want to grind, But if the market is like this where it's choppy, you're going to have to grind. I don't want to sit there and take tiny trades all day long. I don't want to take 1,000 trades to get my 10 grand. So I need to
No,
pass this. I got to make
yeah.
$10,000.
Okay.
So,
But the market never moves in a straight path. That's our problem. So what I was thinking is, just for an idea, is that we would take two trades, and one can try to hold it the whole time as far as we can. The other one can, as it pulls back, we can exit and then get back in at a better position, so we keep adding to the kitty too.
yeah, and you know what though too, John, I'm really glad you told me to make it a little smaller, because I think that it gives me a feel for how the test will work, what my sizes are, you know, how all that is.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go too large.
No.
Okay, so what is some of the most important things that you think we should focus on right now? Like
Controlling our losses.
Controlling my losses. Okay. Should I
Yes.
focus on making a lot of money or just controlling the
No.
losses?
Focus on entries. So we're going to focus on the best entries that we can get, and then we need to focus on targets, obvious targets, not targets we think could happen all the way at the top. We're looking for small gains, but we can really hammer them. So since you can go up 9 point something lots, we can get a few trades in there. So
Okay.
so every time we start to go up, we can add into that every bullish candle. Are you trading a 15-minute chart?
Well, I think for today I need to, but I like
Yeah.
looking at long-term deals, right?
Sure.
Like so like right now, just in the daily chart, we don't really have a lot going on as far as trend. You can see that it's pretty choppy.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's getting smaller, right? So look, if we measure out these retracements, so you could put yours on a daily chart just to kind of look at it, or you can watch my screen. I don't know which one you're looking at. We have two screens going, but take a look at this. See this move that I have highlighted? It goes from 1885 up to that's a retracement, okay?
Okay.
A daily move, actually, and so what happens is the market winds up, and you know this is triangles. So the next move the first move that I'm looking at from mid-August went about 684 pips.
Yeah.
Then it retraced and only went 500 pips. So it was the retracement was smaller, and then the next move up went 476, and then our next shrinking retracement was only 320. So it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and so that kind of puts us in a very difficult situation to try to catch a big trade.
Yes.
So
right now in the daily chart, I see in a triangle, and the top of the triangle is at 1946.46. So
let me see about that here. Right here. So it might not break out of this for a while. It could go all the way down to 1884 before it wants to break out. We don't know when it's going to break out, but we have to, more than likely, if we want a big trade, we got to be very patient for that breakout.
Yes. Now, in the daily chart, we're also above the 200, but we're in between the 50. So the 200 stronger, and we've already come from the bottom. So for me, it looks like we're going to be breaking to the upside. And then once we break the 50, I'm looking for that 46 area.
Okay, well, right now on a 15-minute chart, we've got we're up really tight up against some resistance. So I know you took a buy, so you're probably up right now if you didn't close it already.
No, the robot closed it. It wasn't me. It was a robot.
Okay. Yeah, so you took a buy on the break of that channel because it was in a channel for a couple, for an hour or 2 hours.
And it was also a flag pattern. It was a
flag. It was a flag breakout. It was there for about 2 hours on a 15-minute chart, but now it's up against resistance.
Yeah.
So what is going to happen? The resistance I have on the chart is 1926.
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit.
And welcome anybody that's here on the live stream. Welcome. It looks like we've got about 45 people there. You guys can say hi in the chat if you're on live.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, John.
Did you,
Abraham, Casey?
Hi, hello.
Good, Rich. Good to see you again.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I am back. Computer shut off.
Morning, Michelle.
So if we do get a breakout, Casey, we got yesterday's high up there. I like that.
Are you
That'll
talking
be
like? Let's see. Let me look.
1929.
Yeah, I have that drawn
1928,
actually,
18.
and I did a pretty
Okay,
good
good.
analysis. Yeah, so there is a level there. So 1 hour chart is looking pretty good. It's breaking above the 200 and the 50.
Okay,
We're
we just
getting
broke out of the triangle. So
we're
if we can
getting
break above that next wick, I would definitely want to add another position or get back in. I'm not sure where you're at.
I haven't traded yet.
Okay.
So, I also have this. I also have a. You know,
What do you got?
I got a sheet that I'm going to be using to track my trades. So if you,
Okay, good.
everybody that's looking on the live stream, I've got $100,000 balance. Every trade I put on here, I'm going to track. We've got to get to 10,000 in profit. So I have all that. And my goal was to try to go big, but John told me to make it smaller. It's bad when you got John trying to get you to rein things in. Do you know what I mean by that, John?
Oh yes, because I like to go big.
Yeah. So
I'm-
so when you got John
Big.
telling you to slow down, you got issues.
No, we got Monday morning is what we got.
Yeah. So
When it's time, we want to go big. Yes.
okay, so let's talk about trade management. How once I'm in the
Yeah.
trade, how do you trail it? Do you just take a quick profit? Do you try to hold out for
I
a
would just use
target?
levels and try to. I would use levels and follow it up, and then when we're ready to get out, or we think it's a good time to get out, you push that button.
And I'm gonna delete this green box.
Because we all know a trailing stop will take us out too soon. We don't want that. And once we get 3/4 to a target, we can always go to break even. That's pretty safe. And always pull your stop up just a little bit once you get started.
So if I'm trading with 4.8 lots, this is why we need to take a couple trades just to get a feel for it. But if I'm trading for
Correct.
4.8 lots, I need to know how many pips. I guess if I do 50 pips, that's 2,400, right? So that's
Yeah.
still has to move a lot. Let's see. This move here was 57 pips. So if it moves from, like, let's say we get a bounce off of here and it goes back down to the bottom,
Yeah.
that would be a 50 pip move, which would be
And we could actually get
$2,500.
that. So we're actually pulling down. We might get an evening star going down. Because we are in that triangle. It could go down to the bottom where the 50 is. We're a
Right.
little bit shy of that, the 15. It's already pushing down now. So once we get down to that point, we're looking for a good buy situation.
Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, we are taking a live prop test. It's $100,000. And let me explain how the prop test works. This is actually not my money. This is the prop firm's money, which is called globalproptrader.com. And it's a great prop firm, the best one I've ever seen. And there's been a lot of problems with prop firms out there. But anyways, if you're not familiar with prop trading, what it is you're going to be trading the broker's money. And they give you a test. If you pass the test, you get access to this full $100,000. So we're trying to pass that test and get access to the full 100,000. And in order to pass, I've got to make $10,000 in profit before losing 5,000. So that's how it works. And we got some people saying hi today. Hello, Thomas and Alejandro. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody has their coffee. I got my coffee. I'm ready to go. And I'm here with John Meli. Everyone that's on the stream, we got 46 people here, John. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I got my coffee. I'm happy.
John is the founder and the lead trader, the head of research, the head of marketing at Currency on the Floor. Is that what's your website, John?
Money on
the
the floor.
Money on the Floor. You got to check
I'm
that
the
out.
IT guy too, and
Yeah, he's the IT guy. Well, I thought your son was the IT
complaint
guy.
department. I'm the complaint department. I'm everything. We got
Yeah.
them all.
Okay, so right now we're testing this, and you know what? Listen, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna try to pass this test. We're gonna trade smart, but I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna be patient. It's Monday. It's sideways. Right now we're bouncing off the top here. If I look at a 5-minute, which I'm not planning on trading on a 5-minute, but we got a nice little retracement happening, a nice bullish engulfing candle. But that could just to be drawing in buyers to take this thing higher. So I'm not making any decisions yet. And John is an expert gold trader. That's why we're trading gold here. I got the best gold trader to help me pass this test. And so, John, what type of things are we looking for here as we're getting ready to take a trade?
Not to be manipulated, like you said. That's the number one.
Okay. What type of patterns should we be looking for?
We should be looking for double tops, double bottoms, M's and W's, and there is a difference. Sometimes an M can be a double top, but an M is an M, and then also and a W is a W, so they are different. And then we're also looking for flag patterns. We're looking for breakouts, continuation trades, anything that shows momentum. Unless we're trading consolidation, then everything goes out the door. Then we're looking for tops and bottoms and trading exactly when it breaks back in and breaks back up.
Okay, so so John, right now with your charts, because I'm looking at your charts, the audience sees my charts, but I see two big green candles,
Yes.
and it looks like, would you consider that an M, or what is that, a double top? What is that that's forming
Now
right now?
it was a double top, but we came back in. We are in a triangle, so the fact that we're in a triangle, we're going to get M's and W's at the tops and bottoms. That's how you know you're in a triangle. You get a W at the bottom, M at the top. So most likely, if it's going to come down, it's going to make an M and then retrace back to the bottom of the triangle. But we are above the 50 and the 200, so we should be looking for buys until we're below the 50 and 200. So since they are together on the 15, on the 5-minute they're different. So, but on the 15, we got them in the same location. And everything, the higher time frame's telling me up, and the 15-minute time frame's telling me up. So right now I'm looking for buys. We do have a large candle that went up. We have a small candle, so we're actually looking for an impulse correction impulse. I'm looking for that large green candle to do the exact same thing again. So once we go above the wick that's at the top of the candle right now, I'd be looking for a buy.
Okay.
And that would take us into yesterday's higher. I believe that's where that is.
So can I trade right now?
No.
Okay. Can I push the button? The buy button?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we have to get above that wick. We have to clear that wick. That's the rules.
That's why we trade with John, is we're like, John, can I trade yet?
We need to prove the trade. So right now, if you get in right now, we're guessing. And when you guess on gold, you lose money. And that's the last thing we want. Because then you get a lot of small losses that you have to make up. And then once you get those made up, that's great. But we don't want to have a lot of those. We want to just get in there and make money every time. If we're going to take a small loss, that's fine. But we don't want multiple small losses just because we have no patience.
Okay, well, on the 15-minute chart, that's what you're on, it looks like we're pushing right. What do you think about that? Oh, wait a second, John. I can't.
Go ahead.
Your chart.
I see your chart.
Well, you see mine. Okay, do you have the 200 on your chart? Or
Yes, I do. And on the 15, they're together.
Okay, well, okay, my broker's a little different. But yeah, it looks like it's about ready to hit that 200. Okay, and so
you have an exponential? What do you have?
Oh, maybe mine's exponential. It's exponential.
Yours
Okay.
is exponential.
All right. So yeah, the exponential's about ready to hit that. So is that something that we would consider to do a buy off of?
Only if it bounces.
Okay.
So if we get a buy candle and it's showing price action like an engulfing candle, Yeah, I would like that, or maybe a morning star. Price action's always key, so nothing wrong with trading price action. Just we know as we go back to the top of that triangle where we were before, it's going to want to possibly die back down or break, and that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
We're actually making a flag pattern right now, so that's good.
So we could flag, if we flag up here and it breaks to the upside, that would definitely be a buy.
Yes, you want to. Once we clear that wick, we want to immediately buy.
Okay.
And if we come back inside the triangle, we probably want to close that trade. So we don't want to get that loss too big. We don't want to take it for no reason. But if we come back in the triangle, we're not going up. And if we're not going up, we don't want to be in the trade.
Okay. All right. Well,
Because you're trading how many lots?
I'm
4
trading
point-
4 lots.
Okay, so 4 lots is a large loss as it comes back down. So if we're going to come down at all, we want to get out. So we need to have a line in the sand that tells us that we're leaving that area and we're not coming back.
Okay.
Because that could go from $200 loss to $800 loss to $1,200 loss very fast.
Okay, so I'm actually putting your charts on the screen now, and I'm just curious, what are all those things on the bottom, those bars? Is that
Those
that's
are
a
all custom
MACD? Oh,
indicators.
that's just a different kind of MACD. It's a special
Well, we got
MACD.
the double RSI that you're used to.
Oh, double RSI.
We have the triangle MACD. We have a triangle MACD and a histogram. We also have the, I think this is a, let me see. We have the 4-hour chart at the bottom. So we got the 4-hour in line with the 15-minute chart, which means we have a strong buy situation.
I see.
So we always want to go in line with the 4-hour.
Oh,
So when they're double green, that means it's a good buy. When it's double red, that's a great sell.
okay.
You see
so-
right here, we get a bar, which is a custom indicator that was made that says that the triangle MACD has clicked over. So we're looking for the bar, we're looking for the arrow, RSIs to be green, higher time frame to be green, the triangle MACD to be green. We're looking for a green candle. These are actually colored candles so that when they're green, they're trending. And then you can actually put a trend line across those. So if they turn red, it's like it broke the trend line. And that's why I use those because, I love trend lines.
Okay. Well, hey, in the chat, hey, and everybody in the chat in my room, can you guys hear John okay? But in the chat, John, Fred is asking about megaphones. He says, do you trade megaphones?
I love megaphones.
Okay. How do we
Because
find those?
That's all the chart is. The chart goes from a triangle to a megaphone all the time. So right now we have the top here, we have the top here, we have a triangle. So now we're going to go into a megaphone. So it's going to move all the way up to a certain spot and it's going to come back down most likely. So that'll be the megaphone. And then after that, it goes back to a triangle. Let me see here if I'm not connected, so that's really a problem, but let's see, let's get inserts. Let's get some trend lines here. Let's take a look at that. So, wrong one. There we go. So right now you can see right here, we have a triangle right to there. We actually have a megaphone right here. And once you realize that, you're able to see where you're at in the charts all the time. So you kind of get an idea. It doesn't actually make you money, but gives you confidence which way the market might be going. And that's what we're looking for. Always confidence. So once you lose your confidence, you can't trade. It's not possible. So right here, you can see that we have a megaphone. From here, it went small trades to bigger and bigger, bigger, and it flowed all the way down. Then we had a large trade up, and then we had a large trade back down, which means now we're going to go into a triangle, which gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So now we're breaking out of the triangle, which means we're going to go back into a megaphone. So now we're looking for where that megaphone might be going, and I'm hoping that it's going to go up. And then
1929 is the top of the megaphone.
Yes. So we're looking for this one to make a new megaphone. So we're looking for it to maybe go to yesterday's high, and then possibly shoot back down to make the megaphone, because that'll be the backwards triangle. And then from there, we make another triangle. So that's just how we're looking at it as far as how the market moves, flows in and out. And that's why people have such a hard time with it, because everything that goes up comes down half or more. Goes up, comes down half or more. So that's what we're dealing with all the time. So that's why your entries have to be really good. And that's why we like to take our entries off the 50 or near the 50, or the opposite. If you're far away from the 50, and you're getting something that's telling you that you're turning around, like price action, and then you can take it back to the 50, because your 50 is going to be your median trade.
Median.
We
What do you mean
oscillate
by
around the
median?
This is your middle point, so it's like a rubber band trade. Once you get so far away from the 50 moving average, you always come back.
Got it.
Always.
So does that mean I can stack up shorts when it's away from the 50, knowing it's coming back there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, if I would have, when it went up
Like
to the
right
top,
now, we pulled away from the 50, and now we're going back to the 50.
when it
That's
went
what
up
we're
to the
doing right
top of that channel, it bounced 17 points, 18 pips. So that would have been a possible trade, but I just didn't know it was
Yes.
going to do that. I could have done a quick resistance trade, but I don't know if I was ready yet. So
It's Monday. There's no rush.
So what would you feel about if we went down to the bottom of that channel where you have that white arrow on your chart?
Yes.
What if price went down there? Would we want to try to buy off of that?
Yeah, we'd be looking for something to tell us it's going to buy.
So
We're letting we're just trying to let the market talk to us.
do you ever
And then we take it back.
do you ever buy just
Probably
buy
not.
off of a support level, or do you
No.
have to wait for confirmation?
Confirmation. Always wait for confirmation.
Okay.
Because remember, support breaks.
So just because there's a level there doesn't mean it's going to do anything.
Correct.
Okay.
Gold is notorious for head fakes.
Fake out,
And always the
breakout,
first
baby.
move is a fake out. Yep. Always the first move is a fake out. So right now, we just had a flag pattern. We shot up. We had a fake out. We're coming back down now. So we're still hoping that this new flag is going to take off and bring us to the top side. So we came from the bottom. We came up. We had a flag pattern. And actually, we're making another flag right now. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the one we want to shoot up, so that this was a phony baloney. Now, really, if you did take the flag pattern and it pulled back down and we start to go again, I'd just be putting another trade on top of that. But since we're not in, we'd be looking for our first trade. So we're looking to break this wick up here. Once we break that wick, we're in.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I don't care which way it goes. I just want to make money.
Yes, me too. But remember, when you're above the 50, you should be buying. So always think that. So always, unless
Okay.
you're far away from the 50,
Okay.
then you think that could be a possible sell. Could be.
Yeah, so
Unless you're
it's
trending.
responding nicely off of this, off of that resistance or support that it hit.
And right now, we still have higher highs and higher lows, so we're okay.
Yeah.
So once we break that, that's when we know we're going to be turning, or a possible turn, as you go into a box. So we're always watching that.
Yeah, so John, I'm gonna put your can shoot me over your YouTube channel link in the our Skype chat that we use, because I'm gonna
Okay,
send that out to the audience, because we got 55 people in here right now.
Okay, good.
They need to know about your YouTube, because you put out really good training on there.
Here, go. Where's the chat? There we go. I got it in the chat, Casey.
Okay. All right, guys. For everyone that's live, check it out. I'm posting John's channel. You guys should go check him out later, because right now we're trading. A live prop test for everybody that just came in. We're trading a live prop test using globalproptrader.com, the best prop firm there is. And we're trying to make $10,000 with this prop firm. Just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Major Forex Trading, Fred and Charles. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. John, I see you switched over to the euro. Is that going to do anything for our gold trade? Because the euro is crashing big time.
The euro is crashing hard, but we have Lagarde speaking, so that has something to do with that. So usually gold follows. That's why I'm very concerned to see what's going to happen.
Okay.
Now, the problem with gold is either it follows it or it does the opposite. So we need to figure out what it's doing.
So John, with gold, do you ever consider trading other stuff like maybe the US 30? Because I noticed you have the US 30 chart on there.
Oh yeah, I do like US 30.
Okay.
That's my gambling mentality.
Well, that is going to be opening in about 15 minutes, the US 30.
Yes, correct.
All right. Well, for everybody that is just coming in, we're taking a live prop test training. And as of right now, I have not taken any trades. But we're trying to make $10,000. And then when I do that, I get access to this full $100,000 account. This is the live prop firm from globalproptrader.com. But I haven't taken any trades yet because we're being patient.
And we haven't had any losses yet either.
No losses. We still have a full balance. And you know what? You can't trade when you lose confidence. That's what a great trader told me once.
Yes, that is true.
That was you. You said it about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, I did. Okay. It is true. We need to have high confidence. We need to believe in ourselves. You need to be back testing and testing your theories all the time. Always learning, always going forward.
Okay.
So right now we just had an evening car. We're heading back down. We're going to try to hit this 50, see if we can get a bounce. Now remember, the euro's going down, so this is forcing us down too right now. But the dollar's still strong, so we should be going down. So we got the dollar strong, gold should be going down, so we need to watch for that.
I kind of have a bias, I think. I know you have my bias is down today.
Yes.
And the reason I say that is because on the daily chart, we have a downward, the price has moved down the last 4 days. We have an inside bar, but it's pushing down. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. So I think if I get a break below this shelf, how do you feel about that take? Because we have a black dot. You're familiar with the black dot? Do you like those black dots?
I love the black dot. I
So-
like to trade black dot to black dot.
So I'm thinking that if we break this shelf, it might be a short.
Yeah. But your shelf at the bottom would be 1921. You're seeing the same thing?
Mine's 1923.66.
Okay. Oh, you're taking the shelf up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, remember,
There's another shelf down
support
here.
up.
It could go
Yeah, so
right.
just be careful.
This would be a good first target, but then if the MACD, we got the black dot, and if we got the candles crossing over, or the two arrows, we got some red arrows, we got downward momentum, we got a double. What is this thing?
50-minute chart.
This is an M.
You got the 200 and the 50 right there.
Yeah. So it's breaking the moving averages. We got that M pattern, right? Is that an M?
Yes.
A triangle?
No, not really. Well, yeah, it is an M. It is an M.
And a double top or an M.
But we need to break the 50 and 200. So unless we break those, we're not going down.
Okay, and because you have
That's on the 15th.
simple on your chart, I have the exponential. Fred left a comment and he said, "Black dots are fabulous."
Good. I love them.
I've actually got a lot of fans of the black dot. But then there's some black dot enemies as well.
Well, Well, the black dot does repaint, so you need to use other confirmations, but
That's why people
whatever
don't like
whatever your
it.
system is that you get into it, whether it's price action, whether it's bouncing off levels, and then the black dot will tell you when to get out. That's the best thing about the black dot.
Yeah, so
It's
this
very
black
good at
dot
that.
could move, but you know what? I got everything I need right now to make a decision.
Yeah, we're in a triangle still, so we're waiting to break this little triangle we're in. So that's the whole problem on the 15.
Right. And you know,
It's trying hard.
we're on a Monday. So that's Monday.
It'll show it to me.
Okay, well, John, I'm going to take like a 5-minute break, and I'll be right back, but we're going to get our first trade here very soon.
Why is he still there if he's taking a break?
I'm back.
All of a sudden he just...
I'm
There he is back. That was quick.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't
There's
miss
quite
much.
a big lag on the YouTube channel.
I don't know if there's a way to speed that up. I haven't been streaming in a while. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, I'm still learning all about it.
Yeah. I'd love to see you stream. I think people would love to see it because you're always making money in the markets. Okay. Yeah, so if you're gonna do anything, let me know. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna do it. We do have on a 5-minute chart. We got a nice little pin bar.
Yeah, we have 6:30 coming up, so 10 more minutes. I'm hoping the stock market will open up and give us a good push. Can always be hopeful.
And I'm doing a really good job of staying focused and not doing other things. I think that's important for everybody to realize.
And staying out of the market till it's ready to be in the market.
Yeah, like I'm not scrolling on my Instagram, not doing Facebook Reels. I'm not on TikTok right now. I'm just talking to John and focusing on the charts.
There you go. We're looking for a breakout is what we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm not mentally dreaming about how I'm going to spend all the money I make today.
Oh. We can always talk about it though. I can come up with some idea.
Yeah.
Come up there and do an addition to your house.
Yeah, I need some work. I got an old farmhouse.
There you go. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got this little tool here, John, that if I click on levels, it shows me where my stop and profit would be. So it
Okay.
just puts it right in there. And I got my stop way up there. You see that?
Okay.
Above the trend
Yep.
line. I might
Which
drag
we'd
it
never
down.
let it get.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So, and then my take profits down here.
Yeah. But if something horrible was to happen, at least you wouldn't lose your account. So that's good.
Okay, so we're pushing down. We got the black dot, the red arrow.
Yep.
It's not moving fast though, so that gives us a lot of time to make a decision here.
Yep.
So
So this is what we call a pullback until it's not. So we're waiting to find out.
take a look at this. You see it? It's up against the bottoms of this little tiny mini trend line here.
Yep. I like it. And it's also a channel looking at that. So we have a channel going up. Mini channel. So for me, it's really big, whether it's on top of the 50 or below the 50. So right now we're still on top. As long as we're on top, I'm only looking for buys.
All right. Well, Thomas, I haven't taken a trade yet, so just want to make sure you're aware of that. I have not taken any trades. I got Thomas telling me he's trading. He's taking the trade too, but I haven't taken anything. So just being patient here. And honestly, even if it moves, it still could be really slow today because this has moved 30 pips, but it's taken 45 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, now we're moving back up a little bit, so see what happens. We're bouncing.
Yeah.
Like a little bouncy ball.
Market opens in 6 minutes. Hopefully that'll do something.
See what the euro's doing real quick. Euro is pulling back up. Good.
So what is your thoughts
even
on
the-
trading with prop firms, John? Do you think it's a good idea,
Oh, I like it.
or is it better to just try to trade your
Well,
own
it's-
account?
No, I like the prop firms, but remember, you can only trade a prop firm if you've already proved yourself in a demo account that you could pass it. So if you
Got it.
can't make money for a full month, you can't do a prop firm. It's not worth even trying. Not yet. If you're profitable, if you do a month's demo trading and you're profitable, then you can try. But you got to be able to make money. And if they're not profitable, they need to be hitting you up for education. That's the fastest way to get there. And if you want to make money, you need to be informed, you need to be educated. Because if you lose money, you're losing it to somebody that's got more education in the markets. That's all there is to it. You can either spend years and years and years getting it on your own, or you can get a good mentor and start learning.
I would say that's true. You definitely need education, but you need discipline too.
Yes, but that's what education gives you. Matter of fact, we've been very disciplined this morning. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Because usually you get two traders, and one of them is going to want to push the button. Okay, now we're breaking the 50 on the 5. We're still on top of the 50 on the 15, so we're keeping an eye on that. Euro dollar's pulled back up, but that could be a continuation trade.
I mean, euro dollar's really weak. It's been weak for a while.
Yeah, it has been. It's actually the weakest one. And the dollar's the second strongest one, so. And the fact that the dollar's strong, gold should be going down, but it's not super strong. So, but we were stronger earlier and we weren't moving, which means something's holding us back.
Okay, we got 4 minutes for the candle to close, so I'm going to be really thinking about taking this because it is breaking right now.
Yeah. Now we can take a buy once it breaks down to the support and keep an eye on that. But also, where are you going to exit if it pulls back up?
Well, I'm
I'll
looking
bet.
at. Well, I was thinking about a sell, but I'm looking at a sell. You said
Yes,
buy.
I know. But if
yeah.
it pulls back up, where do you get out?
Not. I don't know. Okay,
wanna
there
know my
we go.
exit
We
plan
got to
first.
move down. Let's see. I'd like to see it
Okay.
pop a little bit. See if we can get a pop here. So you're
It's our
saying where do I
triangle
get
line.
out if I'm wrong?
Yes. Very important question.
I don't know. I like 1927, but maybe that's too high.
Okay.
But I haven't traded yet.
wanna-
I'm still.
Good.
We're going up. I'd like to see if it can bounce up just a little bit more here.
Well, I'm not in no hurry to lose money, I can tell you that.
We got the
I want you to
opening
make
market push.
There you go.
And, you know,
Dollars
you don't
cut-
have to
dollars
do what
picked up.
I'm doing. You can do whatever you normally would do here. What would you do?
Oh, no, we're trading together. Well, right now I'd be waiting. We got the dollar strong, tells me gold should go down. But right now it's broken it, but it's not showing any intent. It hasn't gone any further. So we need to go past this wick, but then we got this structure right here. So I really want to go past that structure because if we're going to get a breakout, it's going to be a good move. So there's no rush to get into a trade quickly just for a few dollars to end up losing double that.
So you want to go below 1921, not the trend line doesn't matter to you.
No.
Okay. Even though we have a black dot, arrows moving down.
Well, because if we're going to scalp, when we broke that triangle, we should have been in that right after it broke the 50. We should have been in because we're almost, once it went down to the end of the wick, you're already halfway to target.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're scalping. So, I mean, if we're looking for big money, though. So for big money, we got to break that structure. We're looking for a move.
Okay.
And
Well, I
once we
might
get a
take
move,
a. I'm thinking about grabbing this one now, just because
Sure.
it's a Monday.
Yep.
It's a nasty Monday. So we got that push back up. Went back to the entry point, and now it's headed down again. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on a 15-minute time frame. We'll see what
Nothing wrong with
happens
that.
here. Haven't done it yet. I'm watching because it's see what it does with this level.
The 5 minute, you're still below the 50, so it's still a good sign.
Yeah.
And it's got room to go on the 5 minute. 5 minute actually looks more appetizing. There you
Yeah,
go,
I
next
went
candle.
for it. I went for it.
Good job.
Okay, so now I have a target at 19. If I put the target at 1921, that's $1,000.
There you go. I'd be happy with that. First trade out.
Okay.
I'll take a sell with you.
Now, I agree, though. We could get, if we could get below that 1921, then that's a really good trade, but it just might not develop. Well, for one, it's a Monday.
Yes. And I got my finger on the exit button regardless, whether it's profit or loss.
Okay, so you're saying to get out, like, if it closes, I got that resistance level. We got that channel.
If it goes back in the triangle, if it goes back above the what is that? Let me see. What's this level here?
Into the triangle? Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah, 1924. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck back in that triangle. So basically, if we go back above the 50, I want out. That 50 is my line. So if we're above the 50, we're buying. If we're below the 50, we're selling. That would be my line in the sand. I went 5 lots on gold, so let's see what we can get here. It's definitely going to push down a little bit, so we're going to grab what we can. Both RSIs are down. The higher time frame just went red, so that's a really good sign. Dollar's gotten even stronger, which is going to push gold down. Very important. Always watching that.
We got an M.
Euro dollars. But it's still fighting us.
It is. It's coming right back up.
Now the market always pulls back to go down. So
Which I like that you told me to do smaller size, because honestly, if I'm out of this triangle, I might wait for it. If it goes sideways here a little bit and then makes another move, I might take a second entry. But I don't know,
Yeah.
because it's such a short day on Monday. It's such a slow day. I mean,
but the market should break out. So we'll see what's happening. The dollar's still strong. And right now we're getting a pullback, which means it's breathing, so it should explode after this, if it's going to go down.
yeah, yeah. So everybody that's on the chat in my room, they're saying gold's choppy.
Yeah.
And it can be,
Yeah.
and that makes it a challenge to trade. So
And
what's
that's
your
why the entry's got to be smart.
What's your thoughts on sticking with one thing on gold versus like trying to find the thing that's moving the most? Right?
Why
Like,
only
so
trade gold?
euro is what's that?
I only trade gold.
Yeah, I know, but like
Makes it
euro's
easy.
moving and then gold's kind of sitting there. And so it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
So you're going to want to try new things, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm going to do gold. I just want to know what my edge is. Like, as a trader, we got to know what our edge is, because if it's a choppy market, isn't that
Our
more
edge is
challenging?
No, gold always breaks out. Gold's always moving. Gold always makes money. You just have to have patience.
Okay.
If you don't have patience, you can't trade gold.
Okay. I like challenging opinions, not just to be a pain.
5 minute. Well, I like to watch different time frames on gold, and I feel comfortable with gold, so it's easier to watch one thing. And even though you're watching gold, you still got to watch the euro dollar, because they sometimes go the same way. And we got to watch the dollar strength. And then also you need to see what possibly the yen is doing, because if the yen's picking up, maybe we're getting that maybe there's fear in the market. We don't know. How's Bitcoin doing? How is Bitcoin, yen, and gold? Because if dollar's strong and gold's going up, there's a problem. So right now it's going down, so it should not go up. But if it starts going up, then maybe we got fear in the market that we don't know about, we didn't see.
Yeah.
So right now, gold's trying to get us out of the trade. That's all it's trying to do right now.
That's true, because it doesn't want you to make money.
It wants to make the money.
So
it's trying to get all the
what it
traders
wants
to
you
get
to
out.
do is to say, "Oh, this was a bad trade. I'm closing it." Boom, and then it goes
Yep.
right in the direction you want it to go.
Yeah.
This market that has no mind of its own, that's what it's thinking.
Oh yeah, it has a mind.
The mind of the market. John
Yes.
is the mind of the market.
Not me. No. The market is evil.
The market is neither good nor bad. We just
The
have
market's
to.
bad. It's trying to take your money. That's bad. That's bad. That's evil. Get out of my pocket.
So yeah, if you guys just came on right now, my name's Casey Stubbs. I'm here with John Meli from Money on the Floor, and we're here live.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, and we're here live trading, trying to pass a prop firm. I need to make $10,000, and I just took my first trade, and we're doing it with gold. I just took my first trade, and right now I'm down $137 on that first trade. And I have a target here at about 21 pips. And I was actually, looks like I was in profit about 9 pips already. So almost 50% to the first target. So I must have been up like $400 or $500.
Well, hopefully get another push down. Gold's picking up strength.
It's still early. It's still early.
So we got the dollar picking up strength, so we're looking good.
I mean, we just got another arrow on our MACD. The black dot's still there.
Yep. Both RSIs are still red.
We broke below the 50 and the 200. We broke below the trend line. We broke the shelf. Everything. I mean, I can't really see anything that I've done wrong.
Well, our triangle, my triangle MACD is still green, which is not a great thing.
Okay, so that's you are saying, because you're saying higher time frames.
Well, no, the triangle MACD is for now, but this is my best trending indicator. So this is still telling me up. It'll give me a red bar, and it'll start going red when that's telling me it's a really good time to go down.
Okay.
So this is not the optimal time to be trading this down.
Okay, so that's one negative thing.
We're forcing the trade is what we're doing.
John, you should not have let me force the trade.
I couldn't stop you.
I gave you an override button.
Oh no, I don't see it. I can't even reach you. Right now we're pulling back up. We're still underneath the 50. But if it breaks that 50, I'm out. My stop's right there anyway, so this way forces me out.
Yeah. But you got a lot more size on it than I do.
Yeah, it's all relative.
And your entry was not as good as mine either.
No.
So.
But it still could go down. All because it's pulled back up to the 50 doesn't mean it hasn't crossed it yet. On the 5 minute, we're just barely touching it. My 5 minute chart still looks good for a down move. So just depends which way it really wants to go.
Yeah. So if we look at the US 30 here, or actually SP 500, see what happened here.
Okay.
It's really weak. So the market is down today again.
And we might be going sideways, which means we would go back up just to come back down again. If it's sideways move, we're going to go back to the top. But if we can stay trending, then we're going to hopefully go down. Right now we're in a box, so we got to break this box. We haven't broken this box.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. We're in a box. So true. I have the box
now we can
drawn.
trade it top and bottom.
Right, right. And I'm kind of trading in right in the middle of the box, which is not good.
No.
But with that being said, it did still break this trend line. So everything's working good except for I'm in the middle of a box, which
Yes. That's the problem.
That's a big issue.
You know, it's like a turtle in the middle of a box. You can't get out.
Once you're in there, you're stuck.
Just hope for lettuce.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're still under the 50 on the 5, so for now.
Yeah. Well,
might be over.
There's a little bit of resistance here, so it could reject.
Yeah,
it could.
I got my stop right above, so I don't need to worry about getting out. It'll take me out. So I can just relax and see what happens. Have some coffee. Because you got to be okay at losing too.
You do. That's a good lesson. You got to be comfortable. You got to be comfortable. Because if you're not, the market's going to chop you up.
Or if you get angry, that'd be bad.
You can't get angry. You can't beat yourself up. You can't be sad.
Negative energy. No, we don't want none of that.
Yeah. But if I lose this trade, I am going to blame you, and it's not going to be pretty.
Never is. Nothing's pretty when you lose. We just accept it and move on.
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. I
joke
around. I joke around a little.
A little?
But I knew that today was going to be a little challenging, just because of being Monday. And tomorrow, my schedule didn't allow to be here, so I wanted to be in here with you, so that's why I picked today.
Okay. So we're only doing one day? We're not doing all week?
I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I wanted to just do one quick trade, get it done, and be in and out and pass.
Okay. Well, the market's still pushing down. We're still in this trade. Still possible.
passing a prop firm's not as easy as they make it look like.
No, it's very difficult.
Okay.
It's hard enough to trade normally, and then now you're going to throw a bunch of rules in there.
Yeah. So I want to give you some feedback from my chart or my chat group. We got 67 people live. Thanks for everybody. We're trying to pass a prop firm live. We're here with gold expert John Meli. So Yugoslav said that he loves trading on the 1 minute chart. He calls it the most real time frame. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it is real because everything's fractal. So therefore anything on the 1 minute chart's real, but sometimes on the 1 minute chart, you can't get past the spread. That's the problem.
Okay. So what type of spread do we deal with gold?
I have 26 points, which is 2.4 pips.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, that's a challenge. Mine's a little bit tighter, which is good. But yeah, it's definitely on a 1 minute chart. If you're going to do a tight stop, that spread will eat you up. If you're going for like if yours is 20 if yours is 2 pips and you're going for a 10 pip target, that's literally 20% of your trade is the spread.
Yeah.
So some good news too. The longer that it stays under here, like I know this is slow and everybody's like, oh man, this is slow. I feel like the longer that it stays under, the better of a sign that is. That means it can't get up.
That we haven't lost.
True.
That's all I'm worried about. I mean, I'm all for cutting the losses, but I don't want them either. I want it to go our direction and make money. So we got RSIs are going down on my chart. We have candles going down. We have everything telling us down. We have telling us the 1 minute's confused right now and the 5 minutes going down. Let me see. My triangle MACD is still up. That's the only thing I have that's fighting us for my charts. So hopefully we'll get that to go our direction, and that will change if we start to drop. Right now we're still underneath the 50 on the 5. We're underneath the 50 on the 15. And if we're under the 50, we want to be selling, so that's a good sign. We do have room to the bottom on even a 5 minute chart. If we look left, we have a structure bottom right over there.
Okay, well, Yugoslav has a 50 pip take profit on the 1 minute chart. That's pretty solid. Because then if you're doing really tight entries, you know, if you're doing a 10 pip stop and 50 pip target, then you're good if you can do that on a regular basis. 8 pip stop loss, 50 pip target is what Yugo's doing. That's solid, man.
I like it.
If you can do that, you're a successful trader, buddy.
We do have yesterday's low over here. That's at 1919. So
and I did
could get down.
I did an evaluation video where I went through all the time frames last week.
Yeah.
And I love looking at weekly levels because they're really powerful. But I can't see anything right now because it's all choppy because I got all these lines. But I could probably open a new chart.
Well, I usually never go past a 4 hour chart myself.
Aha.
Sometimes I look at the data that often.
Well,
I'm a scalper. I'm a scalper and I'm a day trader. So my scalps can turn into day trades, but I'm always scalping. Therefore, I don't want the day chart to manipulate my mind so that I miss out on my trade.
Do you know
or
why?
listen to other people. That's
do you know why I like the higher time frames? Because the weekly comes up with the very best support and resistance levels, right? So like,
well, that is true.
Do you see this 1913? That was last week's low. That's really important. The market is going to try to retest that, and the same with last week's high, right? The market loves to retest those highs and lows. Absolutely. And if in a trend when it's moving down, it loves to come right. See this one? It loves to come right back up to that previous high and then come down, right? And so when everybody thinks it's breaking out, they're pulling in all those buyers. It's like, I don't think so. We have that weekly level. So I like to have it because even if you're on a 1 minute chart, trading off of a weekly level is awesome.
Yes, I agree with that. But if it's a good level, it should be on all time frames.
True. But there's also can be some confusion on the lower time frames because there's so many levels.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get all my time. From 15 on up. I don't go below that. I might look at the 5 minute chart to see what it's doing, but I make no decisions on it. 15 is where I make my decision, or 4 hour. Because at the bottom of my chart, we got 4 hour chart still up. Triangle MACD is still up. So therefore, right now I'm fighting the system. When they're both the same color, that's when I should be going that direction. That's why they're there, to keep me out of trouble, and I'm fighting them. But I'm hoping they turn soon, so we're waiting to see. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
So that's how you know when you're forcing a trade, is you're going against your information.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I'm pretty. I don't feel like I've gone under anything. I don't think I'm going against my info, except for the fact that I'm in this box. But I'm pretty okay with it because it hasn't hit the bottom of the box yet.
Yeah.
You know, now if I was shorting down here, I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
Because then I'd be doing the opposite of what the pattern is right now.
But now that we know it's in a box, if it does climb back to the top, we'd definitely be wanting to short off the top. As long as it doesn't break out.
Right.
Yeah, we lost a little bit of dollar strength, so I'm watching that. And if this candle does start to go up, that'll give us a morning star, so give us price action to go up. Because we had an evening star to a morning star, which is basically an M to a W. If it goes up, hasn't closed yet. Could be a continuation trade.
Yep. And I'm on my second 15-minute candle. So
Good.
since I opened it on the open of this 15-minute candle, sideways on the first one. The second candle is now open. We've got about 11 minutes. So we're 4 minutes into the second 15-minute candle. So that means I've been in this trade for about 20 minutes. You know, I love it when I can get in and out in like 2 minutes and hit like 40 pips.
Yep, that's because you had a great entry.
But that doesn't happen very often in this market.
Not when it's choppy like this and it's not breaking out, going anywhere.
This is almost.
But now that we know what.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, this type of market is really difficult to trade.
Yes.
It's easy to trade. Easy to trade, hard to make money on.
Yes. Okay, we're moving back up right now.
We're retesting that top of that 15-minute, that previous 15-minute candle. There we go. We're just breaking those highs, so let's see.
Well, I got no fear of my stops there. So
You're good.
whatever it wants to do.
Nothing to be afraid of.
It's good. I'm going to have some coffee.
Just take a break and recalibrate.
Well, that's part of trading. You have to have multiple confluences telling you that you're okay to do something, and have a small enough stop where you're acceptable, and then you push the button. Either you're right or wrong. So, but the idea is we need to have more wins than losses. That's all.
And yeah, and keep those losses tiny. That's the big thing.
And I have no idea whether we're going to break up or break down. So I'm still waiting for it to jump out of this box. So it could even be to the top side. I'm okay either way. So I don't like to get too biased on one side. When I do, that's when I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Then I'll hold a losing trade too long.
Well, we got 9 minutes on this box, on this candle. We got a morning star. or Evening Star, one of those others developing.
Morning
Which is
star,
a-
but it hasn't closed yet.
Yeah, it hasn't closed yet, so
Right,
it could
right.
easily fake us out, but that's definitely an upward sign.
Yes.
We'll see.
On the 5 minute, we broke the 50. But it's pulling back down against a little head fake, trying to sneak us out of the market. It's trying to check our belief system. And these arrows are momentum arrows, so when I get an arrow, it's a momentum move up. If I get a green dot, that's a momentum move up. That's the RSI crossing, the 314.
All right. Well, we got that break up. It moved up pretty nicely.
Yep, took me out, so I'm out. I'm starting out the day with a loss. But now maybe we can get figured out what this market's going to do. Dollar's only dropped a little bit, not a whole lot, but it has dropped. What's $0 doing? $0's turned around, but hasn't gone up much yet. So could be that we're still in the box. See what happens. So once we get back to the tops, if we turn around, I definitely want to sell that all the way back down. Right now, everything's looking pretty bullish, so we got to be careful. Might break out.
It does look bullish, yes.
That's a pretty big candle we got going up right now. It's bigger than any other candles we've had, so.
That's true. So I'm going to tighten up my stop here. So are you looking at a long trade right now?
Nope. No, I'm waiting to see if we break out, we might be. So I'm looking for a breakout and then prove it's not a head fake, and then I'm looking for a long trade. Otherwise, I'll be back with another losing trade again. I don't want that either. So there, I need to let the market for sure prove to me I need to get out of this box. So whenever it breaks out of this box, we got to trade. You know what happened to the turtle that couldn't get out of the box? Turtle soup.
Turtle soup. Yes, sir.
Never had it. I don't think I ever would, but
I'd eat it.
sure some
I
people-
haven't, but I would. I
Really?
wouldn't even think twice about it.
Wow. I'm glad I'm not a turtle. Jesus. I'd be upset right now. So we got a little rejection there. So if we get another evening star, I definitely want to sell this. And then my stop would be right at the top. I mean, if it even broke out a little bit, I'd be out. Tiny, tiny loss for a larger gain.
John, give us that link for your website.
Yeah. I thought I put it in there, didn't I?
I think you did your YouTube channel. I'm gonna throw that
Oh, the
YouTube
web-
channel in there again. Let's see. Oh, you put it in the. Here we go. I'm throwing in John's YouTube channel here. And we're
Did you
going to
get it?
throw in his website too.
And then make sure you sign up for the free Telegram channel, because then I put usually a good gold trade in there every day. I'm still waiting for one, so I can't even take a picture yet. So if we're going to stay in this box, I definitely want to trade it. So we'll see what happens. So I'm waiting for price action to show me that we're going to have a trade back down.
So we got Yugoslav who likes to trade on the 1 minute. He thinks it might drop here. So okay, I posted John's website in the chat for you guys.
And then my leading indicator for a turnaround would be the smaller RSI. So like a 314 cross. So if the three start to go red again, that would be a real good sign that we're turning around. Just like over here at the top, how it turned red. Let's show the top right here. So right now it's still green, so we're still trying to climb.
It's still moving up, and we got a green dot and a white arrow.
Yes. Yes. Well, the green dot means the 314 cross,
Okay.
the RSI crossed. So let you know. So we have bullish momentum. The white arrow is a 1-8 cross with the triangular MACD and the fish, telling me that everything's going the same direction.
Okay.
Means a momentum trade until it doesn't.
We got dots all over the place right now.
Yeah, it's a little sick, I guess. But they mean something. Means you got momentum to the upside, then it broke up. Like this dot over here, this red one said we have momentum to the downside and went right down.
Right.
Then we went back up. All it is the 314 RSI cross with the fish. This way I don't have to be watching it all the time. So it looks like we're going into a triangle because it didn't make it up to the last height of the candle.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. And as you know, triangles are great if they can be really good. If you get the market
Once we get a
movement,
breakout.
if you get the market behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Like stepping on that Kepchik bag, it goes like 20 feet. Sorry about that. So everything's still bullish. It's just we have no continuation. So we're waiting to see what happens. And for me, I wouldn't have a trade till we break out of this. because it's pretty small to be trading back and forth. I'm not that greedy where I need that, but once we get that breakout, it'll be a good trade.
So how many days go by where you don't take any trades?
Never.
It never happens. You just got to be patient because eventually something's going to happen even
Yeah.
today. Although
Oh, yes.
we're 30 minutes
Sure.
into the market, like the U.S. market.
Oh yeah,
Nothing yet.
we've gone 3 hours into the trade room and had no trade before.
Yeah.
Always best to sit on your hands if there's, we don't want to lose. So losses are going to hurt us. So we already had one loss, which hurt us. So the idea is now that we learned from that, we need to wait till this breaks out of here.
Yes, sir.
Because otherwise we're trying to guess the market and we guessed wrong. But once we get a breakout, now you're not guessing. It proved to you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, your candles, I keep moving back and forth to your charts. Your candles are really hard for me. It's just because it's green. And what causes a candle to change colors? It's not whether it's a bullish. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's more like a trend line. If you take a trend line and you put it across the candles, when it breaks it, it turned red. So if you put a trend line and it broke it, it turned green. If you put a trend line and broke it, it turned red. So it's like as if you had trend lines on it all the time.
yeah. Because, like, right now, this should be a red candle if you go by traditional candles.
Sure. And
Yeah.
I got those on too. So I mean, I have
Yeah.
like 13.
But, I mean, it's
monitors.
only a color, so what's that matter?
Well, it's just to let me know that we're trending up. That's all. We haven't
Yeah.
broken a trend line yet.
Yeah. Got it.
That's all it means.
Well, okay, that makes sense. So it's that yellow line in the middle is what determines those colors?
No, that is the half trend. What tells me that when we're above that, we're buying. When we're below it, we're selling.
Well, okay, so where does the colors of your candles come from?
I'm not sure. It's in the indicator. I'm not sure how it actually works, but all I know is
Okay.
if I put a trend line, and when it breaks that trend line, it changes colors,
Got it.
and I like that. 'Cause that's how I like to trade. You remember when I first was trading with you? That's how I traded. It's always trend lines, only trend lines. That's all I had,
Yeah.
and I still love trend lines.
So, you know,
That's cool up there.
trend lines are great, and so are bow ties and megaphones and M patterns.
Yep.
They're all good,
Yes,
right? Oh, I'm
but
actually
only if you have the patience.
and I was wrong. I was I'm on a 5-minute time frame and you were on a 15, so that could be part of the other issue.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Now I'm
okay.
back to the 15. Okay.
It's always good to look at both.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
you know,
like looking at the 30-minute.
yeah, I'm looking at the 1 minute now. So you can
There
see
you go.
we had a nice move on this 1 minute. This is why 1 minute is good, because you got a nice 20 pip move, right? You could be like,
Sure.
okay, we got this red candle, I'm going for it. But it's really, like you said, the spread is difficult, but it can work on a day like today.
Correct. So if you know your tops and bottoms, you can trade it, but you have to be deliberate in your trading. As soon as it's time to trade, get in.
Right.
You have to get in.
And I'm a lot more comfortable doing it when we got a lot of people here following along. You know, just
Yeah.
because it's a little faster. You got to make your decisions a little quicker.
Yep. Decisive.
Yeah.
That's what Abraham always talks about, being decisive.
Decisiveness, making difficult decisions and not just sitting around not making a decision. You got to make a decision.
So when you see the trade, you take it. That's all. But that's believing in your indicators, believing in your system. All the indicators are a tool. So you still got to know where structure's at. You got to understand price action. You got to understand the wave movement of the market. There's lots of things to understand.
There's a lot of different things. Understand how market moves. You know, lots of stuff. And, you know, 1 minute charts are just as legit as anything.
Oh yeah.
But I do like looking at multiple time frames. So I'm waiting on you, John, to give me some guidance here for the next trade.
Okay.
Because I I pushed it and forced it a little bit. And the whole idea of this event was to kind of draw on your expertise here.
Well, we jumped into a trade inside the box and we lost. So
No,
if we're going to
yeah,
take one box,
that was
we gotta
me.
take top or bottom.
That was me, not
Well,
you.
I did it too. I followed you.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what it did. It looked good.
Yeah.
It did look good. It enticed us. They stole our money. I agree.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we pulled our money out in a crowd. We got robbed.
Hey, it's not stealing when you voluntarily get into the market.
I agree.
You can't blame
They
the
tricked us.
market. They tricked us, but it's not. We got to be smart.
We picked the wrong walnut shell.
We got to be smart.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to take you with me to New York City, and we're going to do the cup game, where they do the cups.
There you go. Yep.
I've actually never done that, but I know I would lose.
I'm sure they're not being. I'm not being up and up on it. So
Yeah.
there has to be a. It's like Vegas. There has to be a system that where they always win, or majority of the time they win. So. Okay, we're getting a nice down move here. Maybe we can get a breakout now.
That was a
we got
nice
4-hour
fake to the upside and then a move
Yes.
down. That's what you call boom, boom. That could be an indication we're getting momentum.
Yes.
Okay, so John, on my chart, I'm close to my target, which is 1921. Should I keep that there, or should I
Well, if you
move
got
it down
profit,
to
take it. You can always get back.
Okay, I should
No,
just
if
take
you got
it.
profit, take it.
Okay.
Yes.
I shouldn't move my target down to 1900 or 1885.
Take it now.
Okay. You got it. All right.
Profit in the bank's profit in the bank. Once this breaks, we have a whole nother trade.
Okay.
Good job, buddy.
Are you kidding me? It was luck.
You took the trade. You hung on to it. It's always skill. Luck is just part of it.
So, so some people are asking about, so John, this is something, if you ever consider streaming, which I think you should do, we need to work on getting the delay, because I believe there's a delay.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not good for trading. So we'll have to work on
No.
that. I think there's
And
a
it
way
looks
to
like
remove
it's a
it.
good 30-second. I think it's a 30-second delay.
That might be in my settings. So
Okay.
me and John are live. You guys are behind, so I apologize for that. I'll work on that next time. But yeah, so because Charles is like, what's going on? Wouldn't it be great if we were 30 seconds ahead and then everyone was following us, could make money?
Yeah. That'd be nice.
That'd be the greatest money machine of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. That's called a time machine.
And that's like having a fast broker and a slow broker.
Yeah. I know there's a way to do it. To do it faster. But so Charles, the reason it's behind is because there's a delay. But I got to figure out how to do that. How to fix that.
It's a pretty big delay too.
Yeah, that's not good.
Because when you went on break, you were still here talking.
I mean,
like,
my
what?
break was like a minute. Wasn't that long.
Now, when you came back, you just left for break. So it was a whole minute. So we have a minute gap. Now I know.
Yeah, that's not good. I need to figure that out. Maybe it's because my internet's not fast enough.
Could be. And then you're also in my room too, and you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. I'll play around with it. We'll get it going.
We're learning.
Yeah. But the market's been
pulled back.
slow enough that it doesn't matter. If we
Correct.
could have a
But
10-minute
the
delay,
market
it wouldn't
did pull
matter.
back up. We're getting a little bounce. So I'm glad you got out.
I'm not out yet.
You're not out.
No, I put my target at 1921 at the bottom of the
okay.
box. I know,
I thought you
John.
wanted to make moves.
I want to make a lot of money on one trade. No,
I know, but you're
no
not,
tiny
well, today's
thing.
not the day for that, not yet. Yes, but it'd be nice to start out the day with a winning trade.
True. True, true, true.
So if we don't break out, you're gonna be holding that trade longer and sweating it out.
No sweating
Okay.
here
No sweating. Okay, good.
because I've
No
been
sweatshop.
I'm gonna be working out later. Then I'm in a sweat.
There you go. Good. We'll keep you around. Keep you healthy.
Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna receive your chastisement in a nice way. This is why.
You better.
This is why it's hard to teach trading because everybody's just so different.
Yes. Well, there's multiple ways to make money in the market.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's the first thing when I teach somebody, okay, I'm teaching you how I trade. Now you take that information and turn it into you. Make it your own. Just like when I learned plumbing, the plumber taught me plumbing, and then I turned it into my own business. I still did the same work, but I did it under a different name and a different description. It was me and my truck.
Yeah, so if you were shorting at the top of that box, that would have been a good scalping trade.
Sure.
You know, when it went up there. That would
This
have
might
been
be a good buy.
It might be
Well,
because
if I
now
see
we're
next-
back at the bottom
back up.
again. If you're scalping your way
Yep.
up, yeah, because I'm on a 1 minute chart right now. Yeah. That's very true.
I bet Michelle's making money with this market. She likes to trade a 1 minute chart.
Right.
You making money, Michelle?
Yeah, a little bit, but I
Okay.
kind of chased a couple of candles earlier. So on this one now I'm finally on a little profit.
Okay, good. So if you're having a hard time, that means 1 minute's tough today.
Yeah, it is. It really is today.
Today's a
Even
slow
the
day.
US 30, even the opening of the US 30, it didn't do. But I knew it wasn't going to work as well as it usually does because it had too big of a move 10 minutes before
Oh.
opening. And the bigger the
Yeah.
move before, the less it moves during the opening. You want it kind of steady. You want a flag pattern before the opening, and then you can nail it. But today, it just
There-
wasn't there.
Somebody taught you well.
That's an interesting tip. Is that you that came from you, John? You taught
Yes.
Michelle
Did that come from me, Michelle?
Yes, it did.
I didn't know that.
Hey, the teachers have the student they deserve.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that because I don't trade the open very often. Very rarely.
We trade like a news trade, so
Yeah. I've heard I mean trading the open is great. I just don't do it because I'm not around a lot during the open.
Well, one thing that seems to be working is like if you straddle the US 30 on opening, straddle it, but stay far. Because if it's going to move far enough, it's going to get you in. But don't get too close because it'll bite.
Do you put pending orders on that on the open?
Yes. On both sides, but far. Sometimes even, if I'll try to look, the distance between where it's sat and the 50, that's about the distance that I will try to use, at least the minimum distance I use for my buy stop and my sell stop on either side. And usually it's going to make such a big move that it will get in. But if it fakes out, then at least, it won't take you in.
Okay. That's a good tip. Thank you for sharing. And everyone that's listening on my stream, that's Michelle, one of John's amazing students.
Thank you, Casey.
that is the right name for it, just so you know.
Okay, well, for everybody that's just tuning in here, we're doing a live prop trading test. $100,000 account. I'm attempting to make $100,000, or no, making 10,000. I've only taken one trade so far, and it's in profit. John's taken one, and it's a loser. Just thought I'd throw
Just
that
like
in there. And I'm since we're testing these lows right here, I'm gonna lock in. If it, you see where this previous 15-minute candle was? If it breaks that low, I'm gonna lock in. It's touching the low. I want to see it go a little bit more.
Looks like it's going to break.
Yeah, well, the MACD is looking good. The MACD is just going negative. Okay, we just broke. I'm locking in profit. Okay, I now cannot lose. It's impossible for me to lose. Well, don't say impossible. We could get a news spike or something crazy, but okay. And my take profit here is set at $1,000, John. And there you go. I didn't hit it yet. I didn't hit it. The spread is keeping me out. It's touching support, so I'm gonna if it turns around and loses me, I'm gonna be mad.
Don't get mad.
You're right. I'm not gonna get mad. I don't care because either way is a winning trade.
Yes.
Okay, so walk us through this. What are we doing right now, John? Are we buying? We selling? What are we gonna do next?
Well, it just did a poke through, so it could be a head fake. I'm assuming because of our 4-hour chart down here has turned, everything went red. We have an arrow. I'm looking for us to continue down. So I actually took a sell here, but if it breaks back up, I'll definitely exit the trade.
Okay.
I'm looking to carry the momentum down. But right now we got 90-10. Everything's red. It looks really good. Everything's changed red. My setup's there. I'm just waiting for it to prove itself.
Okay. So should I get in again?
I would.
Okay, I just closed. Oh my goodness. Did you see that?
I'm in it. Of course I see it.
And I got out, right? You know how much money I just left on the table?
I'm up $1,200. That's good.
Okay. Wow. Look at this chart. I should have, we talk about.
Listen to John.
But we knew it was going to break out. It was in a box.
Wow. Look at that breakout. Yeah. So I should have moved. I shouldn't have taken that profit. I don't know. I'm not going to, I'm happy I made $1,000, so I can't, you can't get mad about that.
Wait for the pullback. Wait for the pullback, and we'll get you back in.
Wow. Okay, so you think there's some more room here? You think where are we going now? We going to 1913?
The market did not move. The market's been sideways since last night. So we're looking for a pullback to get you back in because I'm still in it.
Yeah. Well, you better take your money because you're beating me now.
Well, then I'll take it. There you go.
Okay. So now I got 1,000. Well, actually, we're both at 1,000 because you lost 500 and then you made 600.
Yep.
This is a great example of two people doing different things, both making the same amount of money. You took one loser, one winner. I just took one winner. But you were, we didn't I had to be patient for that. And I could, yeah.
Patience is everything. I think that's the biggest thing you could teach somebody. So right now we're looking for a pullback. If this breaks right here, I want to get back in.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I'm going to take a quick break. I know it's a bad timing, but I have to. So I'll be right back. And John, you're in charge.
All right.
Okay.
So we're looking for a pullback to get back in, everybody. Remember, the candle pulls back half or more, so we're looking to at least come back up. Retest at least halfway up. If we can get that, I'm all for getting back in. As long as all the criteria is still there, which it is. How's your 1 minute chart doing, Michelle? Good? Did you catch that?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Get
Good
about
job.
$30.
Awesome. That's good.
I had just gotten back in about the same time that you did, and that worked out really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, good. And it's nice to catch the candle when it's ready.
Yeah. It's kind of pulling back up and it's doing that little flag. So I've got a red dot. So that might be it. So I'm going to put the buy stop just underneath that last week
Yeah.
and see if it
I'm waiting
takes
for
it
it to
back.
pull back about halfway up, and I want to get back in, possibly. It was a really strong move. I feel it's going to continue.
Yep. But I've got
Yeah,
a
we can-
sell stop just
Right.
underneath it. And then if it goes up, I'll take it down. And then that sell stop will add the position if it goes down there. If it
Good.
doesn't, I'll just cancel it.
Yeah. So let's see. We had a megaphone. We broke out of the megaphone. What else is down there? Oh, we got last week's low, and we got a Fibonacci target down there. So that's a good place to hold to.
Yep. And Abraham, do you have a number that may go down to?
Any levels you like, Abraham? From the past?
I know he mentioned 1900 last week.
Yeah, he's probably off getting coffee and a biscuit.
Yeah. So we're almost halfway there. So
Yeah. Yeah, I want to get back in though. Let's see. Let me go back down to my smaller chart. Just looking for a little bit more of a pullback, but I guess sometimes you got to take what you can get. Still looks strong down, strong down. You see anything that tells you it's turning around?
I've got
the
a
1
green
minute chart?
dot. I've got a green dot
Okay.
on that red candle, and I've got two green candles.
Okay,
And
so we're
I've
still
got
pulling.
okay. I have a yellow cross
Okay,
on the top of that green candle, so we might be looking at flipping around.
good.
Unless that green cross says that it
Yeah.
doesn't go down anymore. Sometimes it's hard because it's the yellow cross is on the second green candle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it means that it's done going
What
down or
about
if it's
you have
going up.
RSIs on there? On the 1
I'm
minute?
sorry?
Do you have RSIs in the 1 minute? Or-
On the other map. Give me a second.
Oh no, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Sorry.
No, they're both green.
Okay. So when the fast one goes red, let me know.
Yeah, it's turning red. Oh, it's back green. Red, green.
That's all right. And I'm not letting it get away. I think we're going to still continue down.
I've got a red dot.
Good.
So I'm
I
back
like
in.
that. Got my stop just above the candle right here. What are we at? 400? Good. Making money. Let's go. Let's get down to last week's low. That's the yellow line right there, which it's shooting right for, which is great. Casey's in such a good mood, he won't be upset about us making money.
I'm very upset right now. I should have not let John talk me into moving my target. I wanted to move it all the way to the bottom.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, one thing I learned from John, you can always go back in. It's never wrong to get out with some profits.
Well, I'm $1,000. I wanted to make the money in one day, but that's not realistic expectation.
We had nice breakouts.
You got to take what the market gives.
Yes. That's what you taught me. So you were preaching that 14 years ago.
Okay, so I need to figure out if I can get back in or if it's too late here.
Well, we just had a pullback. Now it's pulling back again. We haven't hit last week's low, so I'm assuming we'll at least hit that.
That's 1913. So yeah.
Yeah. And then we have a Fibonacci target I was looking at on the 30-minute that was way lower. So 15 doesn't do it any justice, but if we get the next candle, I can put a fib backwards and get some extensions on it. That'll help.
I got a green candle and a red dot, and the 2 green RSIs on the one. So if it goes back red, I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm gonna take my profit then.
Yeah. Well, the red dot didn't let us down today.
No, I've got 2 red RSIs now and a red dot. So that might be, I'm going back in. Well,
Looking for just a little more pullback if we can get it. That's about all we're gonna get right there. I'm getting back in.
Okay, I'm following you, John.
RSI is still green though. And I got a black dot on the savvy, which I don't like.
Nobody likes that when you want it to go down and wants to
Yeah.
go up. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're still carrying a lot of momentum, so. On the 15-minute, both RSIs are still red. Everything's red. Everything's still looking good. Not one thing is telling me that we're going to go back up. Plus, the dollar is super strong. We're at 8, which very rarely is 8, so I'm holding on to this trade.
Okay, well, I might actually, I've got a piece in, but I might take another piece.
Well, not till you go past that wick.
Right, I'll
Or
wait
you
a
get a
little
big
bit.
enough pullback.
What do you
Now,
mean?
if we get a big pullback, if you want to take a chance on that half or more, that would be good.
When you
'Cause
say
you're
no,
still go ahead.
well, when you say not to the wick, you mean not till I break a low, or?
Well, there's 2 ways of doing this. If you break the wick, which is the low, it shows us continuation. But if we get a pullback, and see where my stop's at, if we get a pullback halfway up and I put another trade in, my stop would be at the same place, but I'd be risking a lot less money. So that's a good thing about that. And that's why I'd be okay with that. A lot of times I'm okay with getting in with a really small stop, but with a large, reward. But if we do lose, it's a lot less than what we got in the first trade. That's called line in the sand trading. So every time whether it's a trend line or a spot that you picked, that if you took a buy or a sell, you'd put your stop right on the other side of that line. So you'd lose very small, but if you won, it'd be magnificent.
All right. Well, for people that are just chiming in, I'm here with John Meli in his trading room. John's from Current Money on the Floor Trading, moneyonthefloor.com. And we're trying to pass a live prop firm. This is a live prop firm from Global Prop Trader. And we've taken one trade right now. My balance is $1,054 or $101,000. So I got $9,000 to go to pass in this test. But we're making progress. We're heading the right direction. Maybe. We'll see how the day ends up. Day's not done yet.
But $1,000 10 days in a row, you pass. So that's pretty good too.
I mean, $1,000 a day keeps the job away.
Yes.
The job.
Yeah, that's how we look at it.
I didn't come up with that. One of my mentors used to say that.
Usually our goal is like $200 to keep the job away. Because at least if you get 200, most people can live on that.
Yeah, true.
Well, most people with one child.
Yeah, I got 9 kids. It takes a few dollars.
So, yeah, you need a few of those. God, I'd hate to go with you to Costco. Oh my God.
We don't have Costco here.
Oh, you don't? Okay, good. Oh, you have everything flown in?
No, we go to Walmart.
Oh, Walmart.
They
Okay.
have a Sam's Club, but it's kind of far.
I was thinking you live like in a rural area.
I do. That's why. Walmart's
Oh,
like 25 minutes from me.
well, that's not bad. I was thinking
No.
you did like helicopter drops
I
and
mean, you
stuff.
guys in the city, 5 minutes away, it takes 20 minutes to get to
I
the
don't even know if
store.
it's 5 minutes, but I think it's only like 3 minutes away.
Yeah, and it takes you 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it does that.
Because the traffic.
And a couple fights, too. Sometimes it takes that just to get in the parking lot.
Okay, so let's take a look at this here. Let's reevaluate because I kind of
Yes.
just got in on John's situation. We got a nice bounce or a nice break of this 1921 level out of the box. So
Yes.
you feel like it could come back up to this level before going down, or do you think it's going to keep going down?
Well, I go by the charts. The charts are telling me down, 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 everything down, except for the 1 minute's green. The 1 minute's what's holding us up. So once when the 1 minute gets back in line, we're going down. So that means we are in a pullback. So it is pulling back up. It means I can get a second position in if I believe in this.
Okay.
And I do. So if I can get more of a pullback, I definitely want to put a second position in. But it looks like we're not getting it. So, and that'd be okay too. If our dollar's really strong, so that right there's our biggest key right there. The dollar's super strong means we should be going down. I didn't check the euro. Let's check that real quick.
I think it's too early to
Euro's
go
slamming.
to be thinking buy. I know some scalpers like to take those edges. I still think it's a little early for that.
Well, everybody's different, so.
Right. I mean, it depends
But
on
we
what
got
you
this
want to do.
gigantic candle down, and right now we're pulling back. We know everything usually pulls back half or more, so I'm looking for it to pull back at least halfway up, or somewhat. And then if we can get that, I definitely want to get back in. Everything's still telling me down. Now, if something drastically changes, which we do have the dollar getting weaker right now, so we do have one change. So we need to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, so once one thing changes, it leads to another and then another, but
Starts
it also
snowballing
could be
through.
just a pullback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or it could be the bottom of the move. Could be a triangle. So if this is the bottom of the triangle, we're going to go all the way back up. I definitely don't want to be holding my trade all the way back up.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, now that we talk about that, I'm pulling my stop down.
I do like what
myself
we're
out.
seeing on the 1 minute, though. It's breaking this little trend line.
Yeah. Take some risk off the table there. Now, what I'm hoping is this is an impulse down. We'll get a correction, another impulse. So let me zoom out on this real quick. Now, we do have a nice impulse here, so let me put a Fibonacci backwards on there. See, insert. Retracement. What I do is I put the retracement on backwards. So it's saying we have a target down here at the first target, way down here.
1900, I was looking at that level.
Yep, 1909. I like that. 1908, 1909.
Yeah.
I like that. So that's my first retracement. So I'll look for that
Now,
if we can get it. If we can get it.
see, the thing about trading is you can be right a lot and still lose money.
Oh, yes.
'Cause
Yeah, you
I
can't be
was-
stubborn.
I
You
was
cannot be
right
stubborn.
about the direction today, which was good, but just because of that doesn't mean I was going to make money,
Correct.
Like, you got to trade it. You can
Yes.
it's easy to say that gold's down, but trading it, that's the hard part.
Yeah, did you make money? That's the question.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing we're about is going to be daily money, daily funds, daily profit. As long as you get something, at least it's worth being here.
Well, you know, that's why getting into a prop firm like this is really important. It's hard to do, you know, and especially you got to do the right prop firm, which is why I like globalproptrader.com, because it's one of the best. But you got to have the right one.
Trade live money. But you guys trade live money. That's very important. That's probably the biggest thing you can say about that.
But the point is, John, that
Yes.
if you have a prop firm, you just need to make a little bit every day. You don't have to try to blow it up. You don't have to force anything. You just do what we're doing right now.
Yep.
We're not forcing
Correct.
anything. We're
And then
just
you get
doing what we need to do.
Now, if you need to make more money, you get multiple prop firms and you use a copier and you make that money.
Or with our account, we can go up to $1 million.
Correct.
I think you could do okay with $1 million.
Oh yeah, you could. But you got to build it. That doesn't just happen.
No, you buy it. You buy $1 million firm.
But yeah, but once you're good enough, you're not going to put that money into something till you know you can pass it.
Well, I'm just saying we sell $1 million accounts on our website. Is what I'm saying.
I would love to have it.
Yeah.
That'd be a great Christmas present. Thank you.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
There you go.
It's definitely not out of the question.
No, it's not.
It's not out of the question for you or for anybody that's listening today.
No, if you want to make money. As a matter of fact, if you've never done a prop firm, you really need to try one just to get the experience of it because you learn so much from it.
Yeah, I'll throw the link. Well, I mean, at least one time you should do it, but you should have a plan going in, which I kind of talked about my plan today.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of people that say they don't want to do prop firms, but I said, well, then you're missing out on a lot of knowledge. Because if you can learn to pass a prop firm, even if you never want to trade one again, you have knowledge now that will make you money. And you'll probably end up liking it anyway.
By the way, I didn't add my first trade into the chart, so let's do that right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
My spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Because I like spreadsheets. I'm a weird guy like that. So my first trade was $1,054.08. So we're just going to add that to my sheet, 1,054.08. All right, so there we have it. That was a 1% trade. Now you can see my chart here. Now all I need to do is 9 more just like that.
I like it.
All right.
I like goals, so that's good.
Goals are good.
Daily goals and then weekly goals.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this has another move down. I mean, I just can't predict 100% because you never know, but that's what it's looking like to me.
Oh, it's looking really good right now.
Yeah.
The dollar's picked up. We're just waiting for the 1 minute to go red. That's all. That's the only thing holding us up.
Okay, I'm going to show your chart here, John, so everybody gets the chance to see your chart because you're in a very similar trade here. Yeah, you're up right now a little bit. You're in for 5 lots, a little bigger size than me.
Yeah, but size is relative. It could be 1 lot.
I mean, when we get to the $10 million, or not 10 million. Ooh, now I'm really jumping the gun. When we get to the $1 million accounts, we'll be trading, 20 lots at a time probably. You ready for that?
I would assume. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just a number.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, numbers are just numbers. One is not different than the other one.
And if you're going to do that, you should go onto a 1 minute chart and practice with 20 lots and 50 lots and freak yourself out. So then when you come back down, it'll be much easier.
You just don't want negative numbers in front of your bank account. Because
No,
it's just
but
a
you need to
number.
practice.
No reason to cry over it. It's just a number.
Just a number.
Yeah, that's all.
So what if one of your kids went shopping? It's okay. How they get that credit card anyway? Oh no.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. Now my wife would, but that's a whole nother story. Okay, so yeah, we're just kind of hanging in there right now. You know, you get that big impulse, and then you get what happens after a big impulse. You get consolidation.
Yep.
We
We're
still got a
looking for
lot of
black
time,
pattern.
a lot of time in this session. I got 1913. I'm gonna put my target down there. I'm gonna put my target down there. That's where I think we're going. And you know, 1913 could
I like
break.
1908.
1908. Okay.
I like 1908.
Let me see your chart here.
That's a Fibonacci target.
Okay. Let me look at that.
I took the normal Fibonacci and put it on backwards, which gives me the extension targets.
Right. I love extensions. I absolutely love extensions. It helps me stay in the trade. One of my biggest problems, though, John, is that I like to go for the big trades.
Yes.
And sometimes that causes me to not take profit when I should.
Yeah, that's bad. We like to take profit.
Yes, I know.
No, we encourage each other to take profit.
Yeah. You encouraged me to take the $1,000 that I had, so thank you.
Yes.
Even though I'd probably be up like 5,000 if I didn't take it.
Well, we could have got back in though. Should have
I
been
did
ready.
get back in. Well, it
Okay.
impulsed down
you're
so
gonna make-
fast. Like that move. See, what's so crazy is we've been here for like 2 hours today, and
Yeah.
99% of the market movement happened in like 5 minutes.
Yes.
You know, and that's what happens in trading. That's one of the challenges with
That's why
it.
you gotta. Yep, that's why you got to be ready and patient.
Yeah.
So right now we're bouncing back and forth.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at a daily chart right now. If anyone's wondering, that's a daily. And it's just, you know, you got that green bar, which was the previous, that Sunday. That's just a pause bar, and it looks like it wants to continue. And I think it could break yesterday's low, at least hit yesterday, or not, Friday's low. At least hit it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think the market's trying to do. But it wants to get more, it wants to collect some more of those buyers first. Right? It wants to pull up, get some more of those people that are be like, it's turning around, you know, and then boom, it doesn't turn around. We got a nice little pause bar here on the 15-minute. So talk about this bar right here for me, John. Like I'm thinking, you know, sometimes when we see this pause bar and it's a sign of a reversal. Other times we see it and it just pops up enough and then shoots down. Tell us a little bit about what traders should be thinking when they see these kind of candles.
Well, the problem is you got two different things could be happening. You could be having a morning star, or it could turn into an impulse correction impulse, which is similar to your hot dog pattern.
Right. So with that being said, what should be going through a trader's mind? Like if they come in right now.
Right now, I made a wick. You made a wick. So if we go past that wick, we're probably going back up. And so now it's going to go down and make a wick down. And then if it goes past that wick, then we're going down. So we're waiting to see if we're going to continue or if we're going to retrace.
Okay, well, you have your stop loss way up there, 1921.
Correct.
What are you going to do here? What are you going to do right now? Because right now you're underwater a little bit. So what are you going to do here?
Well, I have a trend line right through here. If we break that trend line, I'm out.
Okay.
I'll just exit that. Because I'm looking for this to go down from here. If we start to go up, I want to be out of the trade. I don't want to give back too much profit
Okay.
because I can always get back in and make more.
Well, I'm noticing the strength on the dollar is getting up there again.
It's getting stronger, yes.
Yeah.
But the candle's pulling up, so it's trying to trick us right now. So we got to be real careful. And remember, our 4 hours down, triangle MACD's down, everything's down, except for the fast RSI is trying to point up, which means that we're retracing. And we can see a 1 minute chart is what's telling us that. So the 1 minute, if you go to the 1 minute chart, you'll see that it's in a buy mode. When that changes, that's when we're going back down.
Okay, well, we got a lot of people on here today. So, you know, for everybody that's watching, if you guys liked this type of training and trading, you know, let me know. Just let me know what you're thinking, and if you liked it, throw us a like in the chat. I'd love just to see that you guys really like the training here today. We do have some likes. But, you know, we got 55 people in here and 25 likes. So I'm just kind of curious. If you guys like it, let us know. Because we might do something like this again.
Yeah, definitely.
We need feedback. Because, you know, John, I honestly think that trading with people like this is the way to go. Because
Oh, yeah, we enjoy it.
trading by yourself is just... it's boring, and you tend to make worse decisions, I think.
Correct. Well, when we trade in the trade room, we have, what do we have? Quite a few people in there, but we're all looking out for each other. We're all putting our information out there. So if I say I'm going to take a buy trade or I think there's a retracement, somebody might have something opposite to say, and we can debate that and try to discover which is the best way to take that trade or not take that trade.
Yeah.
Maybe I miss a level. Maybe Abraham will tell me that there's a strong support right below us, and I should be careful about trying to look for that continuation trade. Maybe I better take my profit and get out, or take my loss and be done. So it's just a group of people looking out for each other. That's what's really good about it.
Oh, we're getting some likes. I see them popping in. Thanks, everybody.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So we're getting some good comments. So Shamik said,
So right now
"This
we're
is
getting a
great."
morning star, so we need to be careful.
Yeah, I agree. Morning star, and it's coming up against that trend line. So what I'd like to see is this just draw in buyers. We got a lot of good comments here. We like it. This is good information. Thank you. Yeah, so good. Thanks for doing this with us, John.
Oh, no problem. Just remember, we have this big red candle came down. Usually it retraces half or more. So we're almost to the halfway point. So we need to see if this is going to turn around after this.
Yeah, I agree. So
It's a
this
retracement.
could be just a setup. You know, the market's just setting up those the suckers that are wanting to buy. That's kind of
We're
how
already
I
pushing
feel.
back down. We're leaving. Oh, yeah.
So if you ever,
Well, gold's always trying to trick you out.
if you feel like you're going to get back in or take another position, would you do that at this point? Or are you good with the trade
Well, I'm
you
already
have?
in. So when it was all the way at the top, I probably should have put another one in because
Yeah.
we're going back down now. But it's easy to get fearful and say, you know what, I better wait. And then so now I waited. Now it's too late. Now I got my one trade. Now if it breaks down, if we break below this, I'll definitely add a trade.
I was a
Now I
little
have for sure-
fearful because I had made $1,000 on my first trade, and then if I lose that, it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
you know. So I was a little fearful.
But you have the confidence. But you have confidence so you can get it back as long as you keep the trades. The loss is under control.
Yeah.
Now, if you let the loss just grow and grow and grow and fester, that's hard to come back from. You can do it, but who wants to come back from a $5,000 loss? I don't.
It's not fun.
No. Especially when you can cut it at 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no fun at all.
And whatever size you're trading is relative, because if you're trading 0.1, your losses will be to the 0.1. If you're trading 5 lots, your losses will still be relatively the same. You still want to keep them in check.
Yeah.
So right now we pulled all the way back down. This is really a good sign. Dollar's getting stronger. The 1 minute went yellow, so we're looking for that to go red. If we can get that to go red, we're looking really good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can get down to last week's low, which is this yellow line right here. That'd be great. Yeah, you have it on your chart too, don't you?
I probably do on the weekly somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, 1900 is the previous week's low. This week is, or last week was 1913, and the week before that was 1900.
Yeah, okay. So I got 1913 for last week's low.
And my
But, you know, it's just
expert,
an indicator.
my expert analyst was predicting
Yeah.
1900.
Okay, good. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, my swing trading guru.
I like 1900. That's our Fibonacci extension right here. And that was putting the fib on backwards on the big red candle. So I guess it's the red and the green candle put together. I put it at the top. And that gave us that Fibonacci extension. It just gives you a reason to hold on to, something to look forward to. Got to have a target. So right now the dollar's even stronger. That's good. Everything's still red. Just the 1 minute still being finicky.
Man, that's a nice looking candle. Dollar strength is 7.9.
And 8 o'clock's a good time for it to break out too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, lunch is in an hour. So it likes to do it right before lunch so all those big traders can go and, you know, take off for the day.
Yep. We haven't made any lower lows. That's the only thing bothering me.
Well, the thing that bothers me a
Could
little
be a
bit
trend.
is this hourly chart. Because the hourly chart has a really clear support level at 1913.
Yes. And we're making a W, which means it has to go back down to come back up. So hopefully it'll do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's where my target is at this point. I'm thinking about I'm really thinking about adding another position here, but I don't know. Looks pretty good. I think it's
Yeah,
good.
we're at 8.3 on the dollar. The 1 minute went red. Everything looks good.
Yeah, let's
Just
see.
waiting for it to go.
5 minutes till the next candle closes here. Will be a really nice
let's see
pin
what
bar.
happens.
It's a nice pin. Nice rejection pin.
If we can break a little bit lower, I'll jump in again.
I'm thinking about it. I really am. But I'm not going to get too crazy because, you know, it's been a good day so far. And I'm
Yep, want to keep
You know,
that.
we're getting-
wanna keep it that way.
I'm not going to go past lunchtime. So
Just looking for one more good move. That's too big a candle not to have another good move behind it. This one here had a good candle, and it had one more candle went up, then it faded off. Let's see, where else? Big candle. See, this one kept going. That's nice.
yeah.
That's something like this.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest 15-minute candle I've seen in a long time. I'm
Yeah.
just going back through the charts. That was a big move.
So it's got to give us some continuation.
It's got to. All right, this one's closing in 3 minutes.
Yep. That'll put us back at 8 o'clock. So we'll see what happens. It's usually a pretty good time that the market starts jumping. I open up the room at 5 and we trade till 8. And usually right when we close is when the market's
There we
still
go.
going.
It's making its move. I think it's getting ready. Let's see. Nope. I thought it was going to push down. So right now, John, my trade size is a 4.88. And, you know, one of the things
Okay.
that I'm looking at is trying to pass quickly. So I wanted to increase the size, but you recommended I dropped it, which I'm really glad that you did that, because had I taken that full 10 lots, it would have been a lot harder to hold on to that trade for a winner.
Yeah.
Because
Well, the idea is you can always add another position
Yeah.
once it proves itself.
Yeah. So I'm just going to keep that size for now.
And 10 lots is a lot of, if you double that up, that's quite a bit of lottage. So it's going to be harder to hold a trade, like you said. It's going to tend to make you get out of the trade faster and take more losses because that fear factor starts growing.
And you can't hold a big you can't withhold a big one.
Well, you need to be decisive. You need to hold your trade if you still feel that there's a trade. Therefore, if it's too large and you don't hold it, then that's horrible. Here we go. We're starting to push down. I like this. I'm going to take one more right there.
I tried to take it, it wouldn't let me take it. Maybe I went past my lot size.
Oh, yes.
I thought I could take 10 though, so I'm confused.
There we go. Starting to push. Dun, 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 dun. We're 94 to 6. Everything's red. Dollar's super strong. Looks really good. Just need it to go. The last thing we need, movement. Now we're either going to get a breakout or we're going to get a W. So you got to be prepared either way.
Yeah.
What does that mean if we get a W? That means we have to bail out at the bottom with some type of profit.
So W means it's coming down probably to the lows.
Yes, and then make a double bottom and then come back up. And if it comes back up, I'll have two losers, not two winners. So I have to be careful of that. But if we can break the bottom, then we're good to go.
Okay.
Everything's still red. Everything's still
Not
strong.
looking good.
Just pulling back up.
Yeah.
No, just to pull back.
Okay. And I cannot enter another trade, so I believe it's because of my margin. Now that I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay.
I don't have enough margin. So maybe 10 lots is not my max trade. Maybe it's 5, which to
Maybe
me that
not on
seems a
gold.
little small.
Maybe on gold, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's gold.
Yeah, you could probably do 10 on the other ones. Maybe euro dollar.
I'll try to find out about that. You know, that's why being familiar with everything is good.
Oh, yes. Okay, the 1 minute just went off kilter, so we're waiting for that to come back. It's still a bullish flag, so we'll see if that's going to continue down. Now, gold loves to make double bottoms, so I'm assuming no matter what, we should at least get a move down far enough to make a double bottom. Just whether it will continue is the question.
So are you going to take the profit at the double bottom, or are you going to try to hold?
I'm going to try to hold or maybe take profit on one position.
Okay.
But if it's stalling, I'd rather take profit on both and then get back in once we break, just to not have that loss.
Yeah. So I switched over to this euro dollar just out of curiosity. It's really looking strong for the downside on a monthly chart.
Good.
I know you're
Good.
not into the long term, but look at that monthly. See, it's in this channel.
Oh, yeah.
If it closes
Yep.
below this, I think we could go. Who knows where it could go? It could go. Be interesting. It could keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting stuff. We could go back to parity.
Yep. We've already been towards 1900. We can do it again. Or gold. So, I mean, if euro dollar is going to go down, gold should go down.
Yep. And I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't take that other trade, but you know what? One trade's good. I just gotta keep working on this.
Okay, I got one into profit. Keep going.
Good job, John.
Now the question is it going to be double bottom or are we going to break and run? It is past 8 o'clock. It is that bewitching hour, so.
So that means it likes to make a move after this time?
Yep. But once we hit 10 o'clock, it's probably time to cut everything. So right now you got about 2 hours of trading left. At that time, you really need to decide if you're going to cut it or not. If you're in a positive trade, it could keep going. But if you're in a losing trade, it's probably going to keep losing. So you may as well cut it at 10. It never comes back after that point.
That's good. That's good wisdom. Good wisdom for the people that are listening in.
And you don't take my word for it. Check the charts. Look at it. Take a look at it and go back through them.
Test it out.
You'll see 90% of the time. Yeah.
You'll learn if you trade this every day. You'll learn it.
Yeah. Too many times at 10 o'clock, I held the trade thinking, okay, we have a chance it might come back. I got till maybe 1, and it never comes back. It just gets worse and worse. And if you have a prop firm, that loss is getting bigger and bigger, and that's not what you want. And if it's real money, you don't want that either.
Okay.
We're starting to push again. We got everything red. We're looking really good. Dollar's strong. Everything's red. Come on.
John, you're
It's
making
time.
money,
It
buddy.
is time. I like that. And still it pulls up, tries to scare us out of there. See what it's doing.
Look at this craziness.
Says, you know, that's how gold is. Says you better take that little bit of money because you may not get nothing. And then you take it and then it drops. Gold always pulls back before it goes. That's the problem. Makes you doubt everything you're doing. That's why you got to have an exit plan.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 minute still red. Everything's red on the GG trend bar. Dollar's still real strong. We're still at 7. Nice flag pattern. This could really continue.
I think it's going to push. I do. I think, I mean, there could be, it could scare people out and people take profits, right? So the people like that held in on the breakout, they're like, it's not going to work. If those guys all take profits and nobody else gets back in, yeah. So that's why, you know, but you get a lot of buyers in here too. Right? I like to think about what's happening behind the scenes. You're getting a lot of buyers, people thinking that this is overbought or oversold. Yeah, but I still think it's got one more move.
The minute's the one that's upside down right now. The minute went green again. So it's holding us up. So when the minute gets back in line, we'll be ready to go. Yeah, still pulling up a little bit. Not ready yet.
No, it's coming back up to those highs, isn't it? Let me see.
As long as it doesn't go past that wick.
Yeah.
It's just messing with us, that's all.
It did that earlier this morning when you took your first short trade.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see how this could throw somebody off. Just these consolidation points are really hard. It's so hard to find the perfect timing,
Yeah.
which you did today. Like that was amazing. I'll have to go back. Like you got in right on that break and just held it all the way down.
Not just me, Michelle did too. She nailed it too.
It was impressive. I was getting out when you guys were getting in.
We were looking for that breakout, and there it was. We took a chance.
Yeah.
But that's all trading is multiple things telling you it should go one way, and you take a chance, and you control your losses and go for it, win or lose. So now we got a really nice flag pattern, continuation pattern, so we're hoping it's going to keep going. The only thing I don't like is I see a trend line right now. I didn't notice that trend line. But we shouldn't look at things we don't like, but still have to.
Well, you got to look at everything. Everything's important.
Well, this is showing the breakout. Okay. So it's that same trend line right here. So it's showing a place we're going to come back up and pull back up into. Let me get rid of this one. That's why we're back up into this trend line, because this trend line comes from up high, comes down here. So we broke it, retesting it. So we're really looking for this to go back down. So now it becomes a helpful support and resistance. And not just horizontal, but a vertical line. So right now we have a flag pattern that's within this area right here. So we're looking for that breakout. Okay, dollar strength's at 6.3. You need to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't get any less. Because right now we got the RSI's crossing, green dot. We got momentum to the upside. We just need to keep an eye on it. Still haven't made a double bottom yet, so that's what I'm still hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the challenges of using the shorter time frames too, because you know if you're using a longer time frame, there's always drawbacks and pros and cons. But you know, if you're using a higher time frame, you can kind of wait it out. Like I have a real tendency to know that I think it's going to pull back and make another move down, but I just don't know when. You know, it's like, is it going to happen on this push, or is it going to wait, consolidate for 12 hours and then do it later?
Trend line's still holding, so that's good. The diagonal.
I put the broker in the chat there. It's a prop. We're trying to pass a live prop trader called Global Prop Trader in the chat.
And if you go to my website, it's in the affiliates, so you'll find it there too.
So John, I'm starting to see your charts here. Let me pull it back so that everybody can see here. You, when those moving averages cross, it changes the color of the candle, the RSI, because now
Yeah.
the RSI crossed, so now the candles are green. So
Correct.
that's
So
what
we
that's
just means we have bullish momentum.
right. Which doesn't necessarily mean that you need to buy because the price action's still negative.
Could be a pullback.
Right.
We're hoping it's just a pullback. That's all.
Okay.
We got a diagonal trend line, which we're hoping not to break. You can still head fake it. Like right now, we're head faking past of it. We're hoping it pulls back down. It's trying to trick us out of the trade.
Yeah. Right.
So we got the 1 minute that's out of whack, and we got the 5 and 15 confused. So that's what's going on. The dollar's dropped a lot of value.
Yeah, the
Trade
dollar's
could be overweight.
dropped a lot.
But right now, I'm hoping it's a head fake, come back down. So the next candle will tell me for sure.
Yeah, I still think it's, even though the market is trying to tell us something different, I feel like it's going to go one more time. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
well, long run, it looks like it's pushing down. Well, it could always be wrong.
Yeah,
But
I just
we
feel
gotta
like
go by
it.
what we
And that's why
trader intuition.
AI is good and algorithms are good, but it's, experience is worth a lot too. Like I'm looking at this MACD, right? And you can't see it because my face is here. Let me get this face out of here. I know you guys will probably start crying, but don't worry, I'll bring my face.
I was going to.
Okay.
All right.
So now you can see the MACD a little better. What I noticed about this MACD, you see how it is really strong to the downside? That's an impulse, right? When you get a big impulse like that, what tends to happen is the MACD will get a little bit strong, and then it takes another impulse down, right? And we can kind of see that in some of these other previous moves, some of the big strong ones, like this one, right? See how this moved? Look at this. We got that big impulse down on the MACD, and what did it do? It went sideways, 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 and then it made another move. And let's look what the price action does.
Sure.
It just kept going, 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 going. And then right here, look at this. Sideways, 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 and then another impulse down. Right?
Yeah.
So
we call it impulse corrected impulse.
So right now, we're kind of right here in this section. And I think there's another move down, right? Does that mean that I'm right? No, of course not. Does it mean that I'm going to put everything in, or you're following me in and you just jump out and take a trade? No, because you have to manage your risk and understand that nobody's right all the time. But it's just kind of how I'm reading this. It's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. I like it.
Even though the charts are trying to tell us we're going to get a reversal.
It's trying to scare us out of the trade. Right now, it hasn't broken the trend line even, so there's no way I'd even think about exiting it. And I got my stop right above that anyway, above yesterday's high, or yesterday's high, yeah.
So this is where you make the money. This is how you make the cash right here. Through the...
Yeah.
Not doing something dumb when it's boring.
Yep.
So there's a comment here in the chat. We still got a decent amount of people in here. Let's see. Yeah, I still got 54 people here. But I'm going to, one of them is a comment here. I'm pinning it. It says, Sir John. Oh, no, that wasn't the right one. Yeah. Thanks, Sir John and Casey. So You're known as Sir John in our community.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And somebody made $500 in the pullback. That's pretty good.
Yeah, going long against my advice.
Yeah, everybody's got to trade their own way. There's
As
ways
long-
to make money all over.
As long as they're making money, I'm happy. You just got to be careful because what I found and noticed, John, in doing these rooms and stuff like that, and chats and all that,
Uh-huh.
I found that people love to tell me about their wins, but then as soon as they leave, if they go and lose money, they're not going to tell me.
Well, who wants to brag about that?
Nobody.
No,
Nobody
I had a
wants to
trade
brag
last
about-
night that got stopped out, so I put in there that I got stopped out.
Well, you have to. You have to tell us.
It's part of learning. You can't always win. That's the whole thing. And you can't let the losses bother you. Got to stay positive. And if you do have a loss, you need to worry more about your entries. Really focus on your entries.
Yeah.
Find a trending market, find a pullback, find something, an obvious trade. Don't take something that's, especially after a loss. You need to be really, really, really particular about your next trade.
That's good advice. That's really good advice. So for everyone that's stuck around, you're getting the nuggets now. Yeah. And I was, I got in. I still look, when I look back at my trade, my first trade, it wasn't a bad setup.
Yeah.
Right
No.
here, it broke the trend line. I mean, on paper, it looks beautiful. Because look, we broke the trend line.
Just the market dip.
We broke that trend line, which is what I was looking for. We had the MACD pointing lower. We had the black dot. The only thing that I didn't do right was wait for it to get out of that box. And that's, not saying that you can't always be perfect, but we can always try to make it a little better.
You can be perfect and still lose.
Yeah, but you were saying you want to be really specific on your entries.
Yeah, you want the better you are about your entries, the more money you're going to make because the less losses you have.
Yeah.
It's bad enough the market could just make us lose in a heartbeat. So at least the best entries we have, the better chances we have.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's take a look. Someone in my chat was talking about the overall market. You can see the S&P 500 is pushing up, which is probably one of the reasons why we're struggling. You see that? This is the S&P. However, this is a pretty strong downtrend. So I'd be looking for this thing to be getting rejected pretty hard at some point.
Yeah. And the indices can really move.
Well, they can move a lot, but the thing is, a little movement is a lot on these things.
Yes.
Like if you would have gone long on this reversal, that's 313 pips just in these couple candles here on the hour candle.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I like US 30.
So, well, this is the S&P 500. I like the S&P 500 better. I don't know which one has bigger movements. Probably the 30 because the 30's, a $30,000 index. The S&P is only 4,000.
Yeah.
So the S&P 30 is
They're
probably
all
hard.
good.
The NASDAQ moves like crazy too. All three of them.
Yeah. So
do.
Then you got the German 30. That thing moves pretty good too
Yeah.
in the evening.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
I know Michelle trades that one.
what's that?
I know Michelle trades the German 30 in the evening in the Asian market.
Yeah.
So we're
Right
still
now?
holding on to our trade.
right now, the scariest thing is that the 1 minute chart, it's not moving on the 1 minute chart for the last half hour.
Wow.
It's just been in a tiny, tiny little box the whole time. It's,
Are you talking about on gold still or something else?
yeah, no, on gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump over to a 1 minute here.
It doesn't, it's not moving. I've had a box. It had about 170 points. So I did a little bit, like a buck or two on each candle. You know, if it was kind of in the top third, I would go short and just get, you know, $1 here, $1 there, because it's not moving. It's
Right.
back in that box. On the 1 minute, it just flat. But it can explode at any time. It's just like there's no warning, like you saw before.
Yes. Which is
So
why
I get
I want to get out of this thing.
Yeah.
I want to get out of my trade right now.
So when I have a box that's so slow moving right now, I just do a sell stop above and a sell stop just below and a buy stop above. And when it takes off, then at least I'm on the boat.
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of like what this morning was. It was a box. It was a big box this morning.
Yeah.
And once it broke out of it, it really moved.
Yeah, it gave us a nice Christmas present early.
Yeah, I need another present here.
Yeah, me too.
But the
Let's
market,
do it.
the market doesn't give you Christmas every day. Okay, we got the MACD going lower here on the we got the black dot on the 1 minute. MACD moving lower. Maybe that's what it wanted to do, it needed to happen.
Dollar's picking up steam. We just went red on the 1 minute and 5 minutes. Good. We got to get those RSIs to turn around.
Yeah. Yep. Can you take care of that for us?
Yeah, I'm trying to turn the lever, but it won't go. It's kind of stuck. I'm trying to wiggle it. Get some tools. Get the candle cruncher out. Okay, now we got it in a triangle. See if it shoots down. Come on.
It's definitely getting a nice little triangle formed here. It's at the top of the box on the 1 minute, though. If you can see in the 1 minute, it's at the top of the box. But it is a triangle. Let me do a little triangle. It's a box and a triangle. It's both. But
it's a box of triangle.
Here's the triangle, right? That's the triangle.
Yep.
Just like that. So we'll see. See if it can break the bottom. Shrinking retracements. You know, we had a first retracement.
There we go.
Bigger, smaller. See the length of these retracements? One here.
Yep.
One here. And now we got the third retracement. They're all getting smaller.
So they're testing us.
Yeah. So if you get shrinking retracements on a long trade, does that mean it's going to go up or does it mean it's going to go down?
Right now we're in a triangle, so we're in a continuation move from the down move. So I'm hoping we're going to go back down.
Yeah, hoping. Hoping is good.
Yeah, I'm always hoping.
But statistically, I'm just trying to figure out what those shrinking retracements mean. Do they mean it's going to go up or down? I need to study that a little more.
I think it means it could go up or it could go down.
You
How's
know
that?
what? That's exactly right. It's exactly right. We don't
But
know.
we got our box. So as long as it stays in our box, we're comfortable. We do have a stop loss right above it. So, I mean, either we're going to win money or lose money.
The key is we got to trade momentum. And we did on the first trade, but then we lost momentum is what happened.
Yes.
The momentum did
And we know
not
it always does
continue.
that. It always loses momentum. We're
It-
looking for it to continue, though.
It does. It does lose momentum, but we didn't know it was going to end when it did, because sometimes it goes longer.
Yeah.
Okay, we're breaking out of the box. We're breaking
Which is
out.
not good.
No, it's not.
No, it didn't. It hurts us. Respecting our wishes. I like that.
Well,
I like candles that feel for us. That's nice.
it's just trying to. I still think it's just trying to get buyers.
Oh yeah, it always is. Yeah, and get rid of the sellers.
Get rid of us nasty sellers. It doesn't want us in here. It wants to shake us out. So as soon as
Yeah.
you shake,
Why
don't you just close your trade so I can hold mine and then it'll send it down.
It probably will. That's why I'm greedy too.
Yeah.
But does seem how it works sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it is. It's just waiting to clear those people out on both sides. The market wants to get rid of the buyers and the sellers.
Yep.
Really. And, this consolidation, what this does is it puts in more orders, right? So when
Yes.
the market moves like this, there's, the sellers are pushing the price down, but then at some point, people aren't selling anymore. And so that dries up, that liquidity dries up. So you need those sellers to push the price down. But then when it comes down here, there's not enough liquidity, not enough sell orders to continue to push it. And so the market needs to collect more orders. And that's what consolidation is.
So we're
It goes
accumulating.
up and
We're
down.
accumulating more.
Right. It's pulling in buyers. It's pulling in sellers. It's pulling in buyers. And so these consolidations, all this consolidating pattern is price building up orders. And it's doing that for one reason, is to move to the next level. Right? So whatever the level the market's going to do, it's pulling in these orders. And so then what happens is it wants to, now that it has all these orders in here, it's going to consolidate. It's got all the orders it needs. Now it tries to shake both sides out, right? So a lot of times you'll see a move down and a move up. It shakes it out, and then that's when all of the big orders flush in, and it pushes that market another direction. That's why you see head fakes so much, is because it's just shaking people out. And it loves to do it both directions. It loves to shake all the buyers. You also got to remember you got stops everywhere, right? So you got, like Michelle, she's got her buy orders on the top. She's got her sell orders down here. And then you got people that have their stop losses up here. So you got entry orders and you got stops. And so the market wants to flush those out and then send the price in whatever direction it's going to go.
Oh, so they want our money. That's what it is.
Well, they want to make money, which is what you are trying to do.
Yes. So I'm trying not to let them shake me out unless they give me reason to.
Yeah. And they're trying to.
Even then, sometimes it scares me out. It does happen.
Yeah.
Can only hold so long.
No, you gotta be able to let the market shake you out. So this is kind of a little pattern right here too. A little flag pattern. You see this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So even if it breaks the top of this, we could go to the top of this megaphone and then go down. So that's why I hate getting out right at the top of the range, is because I know there's always a megaphone right on the other side. But it doesn't matter. You could get out right here and then just get in up here. if you think that's what's going to happen. If you
Right.
think it's going to come back up
Yeah,
here,
you'd make your money back.
right. So it's kind of a personal preference thing. And then if you want to look at this megaphone, you know, we talk megaphones, we can rotate this down and kind of draw this like this. Let's see. That's not quite exactly how I would do it. Let's see.
Be nice if we go down and touch that bottom trend line. That would be nice. I'd like that.
Let me go to a higher time frame to get this a little better. So yeah, we have something kind of like this going on, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it could push this right back to the bottom of that. But it's holding the top of this box right now. If it doesn't break out of this, I think we're headed lower.
Yeah. Well, we're still inside that triangle too. So we're inside the triangle. We're inside the box. We're just waiting. Always waiting. But it's the only profession I know where you get paid to wait. Most of the time, if you're waiting, you'll get paid. They get mad.
Yeah. Investing, if you just invest in something, but that's a long wait sometimes.
Yeah. I don't have enough buckets for that. I go crazy. But then if you're trading that 1 minute chart, maybe you would have taken the buy trade, you'd have a little more activity and keep you busy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you'd make any more money. You have to be busy.
Right. You're not just going to be sitting there, but that's true. That is very true.
And I'd probably go to the euro dollar so it's less spread, maybe easier to make the money.
Well, the last few candles on the 1 minute are only like what, 15 points tall, and the spread is 12 points. So, and then if you have a commission on top of that, then it's really not worth it.
No, especially if you had a bad entry.
Yeah. There's no commission. I don't have a commission on gold, on everything else, but not gold. That's looking good. This is looking good. What do you think,
Good.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Should
I like
we
it when you
short
have-
this?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay.
Yes, when
I
they stopped moving, I had a red arrow as I went in.
I would short, but I can't take any more trades. S&P 500 is getting toppy here. Could be a good short on the S&P 500. See, it's coming back up to the top up here. Boom.
Yeah.
This is the high of the day, 43.37, high of the day. That's a perfect place to short on the S&P.
So if you're shorting S&P, does that work out anything with gold or no?
I have
Do they
no
correlate?
clue. I don't know.
Oh.
I haven't discerned that yet. I was just, if I was trading the S&P, which I'm not, that's what I would be doing.
Because sometimes the US 30 follows gold and sometimes it does not. So that's the problem.
You're right. Yeah. But gold, this 15 minutes looking pretty pretty consolidational. It's just consolidating right now. I'd like to see it flush those lows before lunchtime.
Yes.
We got 20
we
minutes
can get
till
out.
lunchtime. I'm closing up shop no matter what at 12.
Okay.
And so I haven't passed the test yet. So maybe I'll
No.
come back
Not yet.
if you'll have me.
Oh, yes, of course. Anytime.
Okay.
Lifetime member.
Oh, perfect. I love it. Yeah, well, it seems like the YouTube community liked us today. So they want us to come
Okay.
back. So, you know, we can't let them down.
No, we'll definitely do it again. I like it.
But only if we make money.
There you go.
If we can't
I
make
know Abraham's
money,
been kind of quiet, so I don't know.
if we can't make money
Scared.
in here, what's the point?
Oh, no, we got to make money. We're here to make money.
Yeah.
Now the market has to move for us to do that. That's the problem.
Well, we got our move today.
And we did get it.
We did. I
We
just
did get a good
wanted
move.
I just wanted 2 moves. That was my problem. I should have just said, 1 move's good. I wanted
I'm
2.
still waiting for that second move. We won't get it.
If we get this, you're had a good day, John.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely trying to give it to us.
It looks like it. It's this 1 minute MACD is looking pretty good. We got a couple black dots, arrows moving down. We're breaking below the 50. We're below the 200.
I mean, if it was going to go up, it would have done it by now. I don't think it has any intention to go up.
So Shamik, this is a live prop test, and I am on YouTube right now. Shamik was asking me if I'm going to be doing the prop test on YouTube. This is a prop test, and we are on YouTube. This is a live test with Global Prop Trader. There's actually a dashboard that comes with this, but I can't access it on my computer. It's so annoying.
Oh,
Well, because I have this, I moved to home, so I'm working from home
Yeah.
now, and there's like this, my router blocks it, and I can't figure out how to
Okay.
unblock it. So it's not a bad site. It's not, there's no viruses on it, but I can't access it, so I have to like go outside of my house to look at the dashboard.
yeah, we're definitely getting smaller and smaller candle.
Look at that, yeah, you can see they're just, like Michelle said, there's no movement here, but it's getting tired.
So, yes, but we should get a good explosion soon. Is what I'm hoping.
Yeah. Like, I mean, these candles are so tiny. This one's 6 pips.
Is super tiny a word? I don't know.
Super tiny, very small. Look, this candle right here is 2 pips. Like, you're not going to do anything with that.
No.
Like, you can't make money on 2 pips. I'm sorry. Well, maybe if you were a high frequency trading machine or something.
Well, the brokers would like you.
Yeah. Okay, we're breaking the lows. 1 minute chart. You see that?
There you go. Red candle. Yeah,
Oh,
I like it.
man. MACD crossing.
Got some excitement. RSI's turning red. 1 minute red.
Finally.
Solid's gaining a little strength. I think Michelle's pushing buttons for us. Something's happening. She must have made a phone
Look
call.
at that. Look at that. That's a nice looking morning star.
Yep, I like it.
Evening star. I can't remember. Evening's the top.
Evening stuff. Yep.
Yeah, that's a textbook candlestick pattern.
Yep, we love those. But only if they continue.
Yeah, they're right about 48% of the time.
Yeah. The problem is it's just a W and an M. So that's still a W because the market went up, came back down, went up, came back down. So we got an M at the top, which means we're in a triangle. So it's showing us the edge of the triangle.
Yeah.
So, but if we can get a breakout, then we can end the day on a great note. So this is definitely starting to look like an impulse, correction impulse all the time. So see if this can get a break out of that triangle and start dropping.
Yep, the consolidation's just an accumulation of orders. Lots of
Yep.
orders getting loaded up here. And then when they start to see that thing drop, they smell the blood.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to
There'll be
go.
winners and losers.
This is going to
Hopefully we're
go.
on the winning side.
I'm going to just put
you go.
everything I
It's
got
good.
into this trade. Oh, wait, I already did.
You already did.
I can't put any more into it. That's the perfect definition of going all in.
There you go. Okay, this does look good. Because now we got the biggest candle since the first one.
So, question, John. You see that? I'm looking at
Yes,
your
sir.
chart now. Everyone in the YouTube channel is looking at yours. Do you see that big red candle to the
Yep.
left, the one where you made all that money on?
Yes.
Do you think this current candle could get that big?
Yes, because that would be an impulse correction impulse. So it's just like a flag pattern. This is the pole. That's the flag. We're looking for that pole again.
Okay.
Same idea.
So so that could be nice. I don't know if it'll happen, but it's looking good. Because do you see how this 15-minute is covering almost all those other ones? It's almost covering
Yep,
the entire
it is.
channel.
Yeah.
And depending on where this closes, we've got a lot of time. It could actually cover that. Yeah. And I'm just kind of curious here to look at this S&P. Oh, S&P still holding. Okay.
Okay. So nothing
Maybe
correlating.
gold's leading the way today.
Could be. Euro dollar's coming back down. Euro dollar's doing the same thing. It's pushing back down. Not as strong, but it's still trying to go down.
Yeah. Are your moving averages? Okay, your top one is red now. So your candle went from green to red. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And you,
Break a trend line.
yeah.
All I got to do is exit both trades on a positive note. It doesn't have to be that big, and I'll be doing good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to get that whole move either. I don't know how much patience I have. Like, it doesn't need to go far for me to hit the target, because I don't have a
No.
big target out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't quite hit
We're looking
the
good.
like on the 1 hour. It didn't make it to Friday's lows, not yet. Because that's
Yeah.
right here at 1913. Didn't get there, and I think it wants to go there. And this looks really good on the hour chart. I mean,
Good.
it looks good.
At least you didn't say sweet,
What's wrong with sweet?
because then I got to say dude.
Sweet dude? Maybe that's California talk. I don't know. I'm from the East Coast, buddy.
Well, that's that movie that they did. You never saw that crazy movie where they keep saying sweet, dude.
Is it a trading
Great.
movie?
No. two crazy guys that lost their car.
Oh, dude, where's my car?
Yep, you seen it then?
No,
You seen
no, I
it.
haven't seen it. I would tell you the truth
You
if
just
I
said
had.
the title.
I know the title, but I haven't seen it. It looked
I
too.
know, but you understand.
It looked too dumb for me. Like I just couldn't.
It's so dumb, it's funny.
Yeah, I do like some movies like that. Most of the time, I'm pretty serious, but there's a few really dumb ones that I like. Like I like Napoleon Dynamite. Have you seen that one?
No, but now I'm gonna have to.
It's pretty funny. It's a lot of. I think you either love it or hate it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I actually really liked it a lot. Let me know in the chat what you guys think.
I'll definitely check that one out. Okay, we're still looking good.
We're testing the bottom of that trend line right now. The one you've got.
Yep.
We have different.
Yeah, we're still in that. We're still in the triangle.
You and I have different trend lines, obviously, because that's why trend lines are whatever, because they're so different. Yours is much different than the way I drew mine.
Mine are automatic.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't draw any of those?
No.
You're amazing. Did you program that, or you just bought them?
No, it's a free indicator. I love free indicators.
Oh, yeah.
Then I take them and I manipulate them.
I've got a bunch of them I put on my website.
There you go. Oh yeah, you got some good ones on there. Talking about.
By the way, if you guys haven't been to my other website, you should check it out. I got a ton of good education. I'm going to put the link in there. Lots of trading education in here. Some of the best around.
Good. We like that. We like to learn.
I think as far as strategies, I don't think there's a website on the internet that has as many good strategies as mine.
I don't think there is either, because most of them suck.
Okay. What time do you have, John?
I have 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock.
And is
5
that the
minutes to
time that you say is end of day?
Nope.
Or
Got another hour.
one
We got
more
another hour.
Okay.
But if you have to go, you can always set your stop at a place where you'd be willing to lose and put your take profit smaller than what you normally do and try to get some money out of it.
I'll take a look and see. Yeah, we'll see here.
I don't think it's going to be long before we drop out of this. So, I mean, right there knocking on the door. It's right there.
I have to
We
go
got
back
1
and
minute in line already.
I have to go back and look at my analysis video and see if I actually predicted that it was going to go down today.
I started watching it, but then I stopped because I didn't want to get biased.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like to do an analysis ahead of time just so I can have a good feel for just to get myself familiarized with the market.
Yeah, I did one too and left it on the YouTube site so that people could try to join us too.
Oh, good.
Find us. Get them excited.
I'll put your link out there again.
Okay.
Because we still got 50 people in here. People are sticking around with us today.
Good. That's a good thing.
Motivated traders.
We're waiting for this to drop out the bottom so we can just make a lot of money.
So Abraham
Michelle,
said,
are you still holding a gold? Oh, good.
I was going to say Abraham told us it
What
was
was that?
1913 target.
Oh, 1913, yeah.
Yes, I'm still
He is the
holding.
human indicator. Oh, she is. Okay, good. So Michelle's still holding. Good.
And I also took a short on the SP
I'm still holding
500.
as well.
The human indicator is still holding. That's Abraham.
I'm still holding.
Just so you know.
Michelle also took a short on something else, S&P.
Yeah, the S&P, and it's just flagging totally, but it's just built up a resistance on top, like a structure, and I think it might come down right now.
I'll
It's
tell you,
about to
I
break
love
the-
that trade. Not that it matters, but
That's my first time
But I
trading this
do.
one, so I'll let you know next time when you get back.
well, the market's been weak, so I love those pullbacks. You know, when it goes up, just short it.
It's making an ugly frog formation, so we'll see. I'd like to see it
You're
come
gonna have to
down.
explain that
Good.
one.
John,
Yeah.
you
No
never
one else will
taught
know
the,
what
who
that is.
taught the ugly frog? I've never learned that one. Isn't that like
That is all her creation.
that's a
She's
95% win
invented
rate?
that one.
The ugly frog it never loses.
No, Michelle has to explain that one. So I'm not quite sure.
That's going to be a long story.
That's what happens when you trade Asia.
Yeah, we can get creative in Asia. We have time.
I can't trade Asia. It's too much for me.
It's good learning in there.
You never lose money fast in Asia.
Unless there's
Well,
a yen news announcement or an Australian, which has crushed me many a time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say never. Rarely, but yes. But we had some good moves the last couple of weeks in Asia.
Yeah, we have.
It takes patience.
Lately, London's been the
John, you trade every market, huh? London, Asia, U.S.
Yep.
Trade them all.
Trade them all.
I
Even
think-
trade pre-Asia.
I think your east west coast time frame is kind of set up so you can do that.
I don't get much sleep though, so it doesn't work very well.
Yeah. Well, the U.S. session's probably one of the toughest for you.
No, the U.S. is my best one. Well, the London for me is a harder one, staying up till 1, 2, or 3 in the morning,
Okay.
and then getting up for U.S. So that means you got to take a nap during the middle of the day. So if I have coaching classes or anything else going on, it makes it hard. Or God forbid, you got to go to the store, get gas, something other than trading.
Okay, we just crossed the 12 o'clock. New candle.
Here we go. How does the price and right? When the price is right, how do they say it? Come on down.
John Meli, you're the next contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down.
Yeah. Do you want this $1,000 right here, or do you want the curtain number 2? I'll take the curtain. Oh, you get an old lawnmower. Wah, wah, wah.
That might be on right now. We should try just flipping through the channels. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I've
that
seen it
show's
too many
still on
times.
anymore.
I'm sure it is. They got to play it somewhere. It's a classic. Used to watch that when I told my mom was sick and I stayed home. Oh, I mean, I was sick. I think I was sick.
Yeah, you know,
We're still holding.
Yeah. I mean, we push back up, but it's not as pretty as it was. Your RSI is back to green.
Yeah. But remember, the slow one is still below 50. So when it's below 50, you're selling. So the fast one went above it, so it's going to go up to the top, come back down, and help force us back down.
Got it. That's a new thing. Well, not new, but a
Yeah.
refresher for me.
Yeah.
We're still in the same box. It hasn't gone anywhere, so it hasn't gone down.
No.
No,
So-
haven't broken any eggs, rattling around.
So it doesn't matter what the RSI does, as long as we're still in the box. Everything, I think all the rules are out until we're out.
RSI means nothing
is
in
true.
the box.
But it gives me hope.
Yes.
John's trading strategy, the hope strategy.
There you go.
I hope that this thing will turn around before my account goes broke.
Yeah, well, that's a good strategy.
Does that work?
Well, isn't that what we do every day? I mean, we're in a box. We're always in some type of a box. So then we got to know our limits, though.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean is the hope is like you just don't do anything. It's not taking action. It's indecisive.
Oh.
It's like I'll close the trade when my account blows up.
Oh, that never works. That's bad.
Yeah.
I've known people like that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'm sure you see it all the time with the prop firms.
No one likes to close trades. Losers.
They let them run till they blow up the whole thing.
The biggest thing that I see traders do with the prop firms is they'll do so good and they're following their strategy, making money, and then they usually have one big loser that throws the whole thing out.
Yeah, they make a small mistake and it gets out of control, and they don't want to let that get them, so they hold it.
Yep.
They start hoping, and hoping,
Right.
and then
It's got to
there's
turn.
no more hope.
It's got to turn. Not
And
until
then-
you get
and
out
then
of
you
the
get
trade.
that email.
It will turn when your account goes bust.
But if we could do that on winning trades, just keep letting
Yeah.
it go.
Well,
Go.
John, I had an account on a VPS server, and I
Yeah.
didn't log in. It was a US yen, and it was a long. And then I logged back in like after 2 years. And the
My
trade
God.
was up like 10,000 pips.
Wow, that's awesome.
That just goes to show you the power of trend trading.
Yep. And letting your trade run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we got the candle dropping. This looks really good. We're trying to go out the box.
Look, you're about ready to cross your second RSI,
I like it.
but you're still
it's
in the box.
It's talking to the other way.
You're in the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting weak.
the box.
It's losing its momentum here. The buyers are starting to regret it. Everybody that's in the
Yeah,
chat, you
they
guys,
are.
if you were buying, you better get out.
Remorse.
Get out, guys. I'm just warning you. It's not going to look good for you if you don't get out.
Well, it's definitely a nice flag pattern. So we're looking for this thing really to drop. Need to see the dollar pick up a little more strength, though.
It's 5.7. But nothing has strength really right now. It's just kind of blah.
No. The euro's so weak. It's crazy. Gold has to go down.
It's inevitable.
I like that word.
It's from the Avengers.
Yes. Speaking of Avengers, are you going to go trick or treating?
Nope. Are
Nope,
you?
Okay. No, my kid's too old. He don't want to go. I'd like to just because I like to eat candy.
Well, do you dress up as Super Trader?
No, I used to go just as dad and eat the candy.
Okay.
Give one for Dad. He likes those.
What's your favorite candy bar?
Oh, candy bar? I would say Nestle Crunch. Hershey's chocolate with almonds is good too.
I
Now,
like
Michelle
the
has
100
really good.
grams.
Wait,
Michelle,
Michelle?
don't you like which chocolate?
The 100 grams?
That's the with peanuts, right?
No, it's got a little crunchy stuff, and it's got chocolate and caramel in there. And
Sounds good.
yeah, the only place I can find it now most of the time is sometimes Walmart and Walgreens. But it's called 100 grams. It's
I'll
really
try
good.
that one. I like
Yeah.
I like Payday. Does anybody have Payday?
Payday. Oh, Payday's good. I figured you
Yeah.
liked Abba Zaba.
I don't even know what that is. Abba what?
Abba Zaba.
Is that a candy bar?
No, it's kind of like a candy bar. Yeah, it's got peanut butter inside or peanut stuff inside.
I've never
It's
heard
like
of
a
that.
white goo with peanut inside.
I like Snickers too.
Oh, Snickers. Everybody likes Snickers.
If you like dark chocolate, Reese's has a new one. I think it's thin and it's dark. It's really good.
I love dark chocolate. I don't usually like the Reese's peanut butter cups though, but maybe I try
No,
the
but when
dark.
it's in dark chocolate, it's good. Not the regular ones.
Sounds good.
They're worth giving it a try.
Babe Ruth is always good.
Ugh, no,
No, you don't like those? Oh.
I don't like that one.
Is
My
that the
mom used
one
to
with
love
the
them.
coconut? Which one has coconut in it?
No coconut. That's
It's
Mountain.
Almond Joy. Mountain Joys.
Those are horrible. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's because we don't like coconut.
Does anybody like Almond Joy? Let me know in the comments. I'll have to boot you out of the stream.
I don't like coconut, so that's the problem. It's like when I went to See's Candy and somebody told me to get a haystack because those would be really good. It was a practical joke because they knew I hated coconut. And I didn't like that at all. They told me it was chocolate with hazelnut. Sounded so good. This thing's going to fight us till the end, isn't it?
Okay, so then if we don't get a move here by what, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, then what do we do?
10 o'clock.
Just close it, or just tighten up a stop?
Yeah,
and see
close
what
it or
happens?
at least tighten up the stop and put a stop take profit that you know you can hit.
Yeah, I could put my take profit right at that 9:15 area.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it still looks pretty good on my end. It's just so slow.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's making lower highs, definitely.
Yeah. That's the right direction. Yep, headed back down again. We just got to take out that last 15-minute candle. You just got to take
Yeah, I gotta
that.
kick its speed out.
Yeah. We probably have like major market makers in on our stream today, probably trying to trick us.
Mess with you. Yeah. They're still holding. Don't push it yet. They're still holding.
That's why we should never go live, because they're on to us.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, but some people say stuff like that. I'm like, I don't think they really care. I mean, they know what's happening.
Yeah.
They don't need to see what we're doing. They got this thing figured out pretty good.
I hear quite a few people saying that they're watching me.
Yeah.
They're watching you. Yeah. Every time I make a move, they get me. They know. I think I thought that like 8 years ago.
Alejandro doesn't like almond joy.
Uh-oh. Me neither. I don't see any joy in it.
I can't remember what a Babe Ruth is. I don't think I like them either.
Really? Just, I think it was peanuts and chocolate and that other stuff in there.
I
They're
might
good.
go
I like them.
go buy one today.
There you go. Buy an Abba Zaba, see if you like that. I want to know if you like that.
Those don't exist in my area. I don't know. That's
Yeah, they do.
I've never seen it or heard of it, and I eat a lot of candy. So
Growing up, that was a good one. That was a popular one. When they're hot, they're squishy, and when it's cold, they snap in your mouth. Right.
oh, there it is. Okay, I'm Googling it right now.
Good.
It's got taffy, which I hate because it gets stuck in your teeth.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
you're gonna
That's what you
break your
gotta-
teeth if you eat these. Oh, look. Here's
You
what
could.
it says. It says it's a taffy candy bar in the candy company in California. It's probably really local
Yeah,
to you and you don't realize it. It never made it out
No,
of the
I've
state
never-
of California.
Yeah, never did.
They're probably not in business anymore.
Probably not.
Let's see.
I haven't bought one since I was 5 years old, so they probably went out of business.
I've never heard of this. It's still in business. Here it
But
is.
I love red licorice. I like those red vines.
Do you like black licorice?
Yep, black and red, purple, yellow. I like them all. That and gummy bears. I love gummy bear. Problem is, if I buy them, I just sit down and just don't stop till they're gone. But if it's late at night and you're up late trading and trying to stay awake, those are really good to have.
Okay.
All right, we're pushing down. We're
Um,
getting there. We're trying to break that triangle. I love it. Come
For
on.
me to get one, John, I've got to drive an hour and 17 minutes. That's the closest Abba
No, it's
Zaba
not,
candy
it's not
bar.
worth it. You don't even like it. And then it'll pull out your.
I'm
It'll pull out a
surprised they
cabinet.
have it in California or in Pennsylvania.
We're still going
Yeah,
down.
there it is. Abba Zaba. I'm gonna have to get you a T-shirt. Abba Zaba T-shirt.
I'm wearing my trading shirt today.
All right, I like it.
I need to get a bunch more of these. I always trade good when I'm
You
wearing
sell 'em yet?
this. No, not yet.
Are you selling it?
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Casey, what's your email
it-
address? I'll send you that trailer for that sweet dude thing.
Oh, for the movie?
Yeah.
My email is CaseyStubbs@gmail.com. I'm not watching it though. I'll watch the trailer. I won't watch. Well,
No, just a trailer, so you'll understand.
good
I
part.
might
There's the
watch
sweet
it
dude.
if enough people tell me that it's good. I'll consider it.
Not good. And Dan.
Okay, John, we're getting a
But they
crossover.
didn't- Yep, we are.
It's at the bottom of that triangle.
I like it. Show us the money.
And of course, it's bouncing.
It always bounces for a break.
That's true.
It's like kicking in the door. You got to back up a little bit to get a good running start.
Although that last one, if you look at that 15, that thing there was not much of a bounce on that thing. It went right through.
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
It jumped too. You noticed
Well,
that? You like
we were all waiting for it.
Yeah,
And
I mean
then
that's
why it took off so fast.
when it moved. It jumped a lot. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to trade breakouts like that, but you guys did a great job. I think you got in right before the big jump.
Yep. Now I'm just trying not to get back my profit.
Yeah, you just want to hang on to the money you made.
Yeah, that's the hardest part sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why over trading's bad. So we don't want to overtrade. Once you get your target for the day, you're done. Go trade demo, do anything else. You can still trade, just don't trade your live account or your prop account. You already hit your target.
Yeah, but why even do that? Just go have fun.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because I'm usually I run 3 trade rooms. I have to do that.
Yeah. Well, you're right. Yeah. You could go for a walk or do something cool. Go surfing.
You'll have to. Yeah, you have to. Well, even in between that, you need to walk the dog, do something. You got to have exercise. You know, realize when you go from construction to trading, how long you sit there, it's not good for you.
No.
So the less you can sit there, the better. So if you can keep it to just one trading session, you're actually better off.
Yeah, I was reading this week about some studies. Not that these all mean anything, but some of them do, some of them don't. But they said the biggest connection with dementia is for people that are watching a lot of TV and internet.
Wow.
You know, Alzheimer's. It's from watching too much TV.
So my old Westerns are going to make me crazy?
Yeah, if you sit around and watch them all day.
No. Just while I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah. I love the old movies.
Oh, me too. I like new ones too. Some of them. The action ones I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're getting closer and closer all the time. This thing's getting ready to go. Come on. It's like knocking on the door. It's teasing us. I see MACD's bright red. That's good.
You got your RSI crossing over. We're at the bottom of the box.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom of the box.
No, it's looking better and better. We just need to get the dollar strength to get a little bit stronger, or at least to move a little bit, at least get towards it stronger. Man, we're so close. We're almost there. Come on.
I'm moving my take profit up. Take profit has been moved to 1915. It was at 1913. I'm 1915. So I'm right now we're about a $1 away from the TP.
Okay.
For me, I just can't sit around much longer. I'm done.
Oh, no. Well, the market's almost done anyway, so I want to get out with any profit at all right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is going down, so at 10 o'clock, if the market's going down, it may continue a little bit, but it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're getting close to that market lull at lunchtime. John,
Could get a good drop out of this.
we could. I think we could hit those lows, which is at 1915, but it could keep going past that as well. Because you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody's been waiting, and everybody's going to try to get out like us, and then the market's going to keep. Well, you might not. I am.
Well, it's almost well, we got another half hour, so for sure in a half hour, I'm closing everything. Or at least tightening up everything as tight as I can. We should get a move right here.
I mean, this is a nice 15-minute. We got 3 15-minute candles in a row moving down.
No, this thing looks prime. It just need the dollar to pick up some strength. That's all. Yeah, right now it's picking up some strength. Good. Keep going.
Why is your bottom RSI still green?
Because it's gone up from the bottom. It was lower.
Okay, so it's just kind
So
of
if you look,
it's kind of meandering up.
yes.
Oh, it just turned
If you look
red.
here, this was lower than where it had.
It just
Yeah,
turned
because the
red.
top one came down and hit it, and it's forcing it to go down. So now we're both red again. And our candle's dropping really nicely. And the only thing hasn't picked up is our dollar strength hasn't picked up enough. Just need that to kick up a little bit.
Will that draw a red dot on your what's the red dot again? The cross.
The red
or
dot's
just
the 3 RSI cross. These aren't 3-4. This is a 310.
Okay. It says 4. 4.
Well, that one's 4. And the other one's 10. But the dots are from a 3-4 cross. So if you put the normal RSI in here and you put a 3-4, that's right where it crosses. But it only does it with the fish indicator. This way it keeps it trending.
Okay, so you got one position up in profit, John, just so you know.
Yep, I'm excited.
And I got I'm not there yet. I didn't. Oh man, so close.
Yep.
Let's look at this on. Let's manipulate our time frame here.
Manipulation.
I like to get different viewpoint.
Oh yeah.
Hourly looks pretty good. You know what they call that on the hourly?
What do they call it?
That's a hot dog.
Oh, hot dog. Yeah, we like hot dogs.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like them
hot
with
dog
ketchup and
pattern.
relish. Yep. Continuation pattern
Yeah.
or reversal pattern. Could be. Do you sing the hot dog song with that? Hot diggity, dog diggity.
No,
No.
I'm not allowed
Bummer.
to sing. I'm not allowed to sing actually on this, especially when I'm on live. It's not.
Okay.
It's off limits for me.
All right. I was trying.
We get too many people running the other direction. I don't have any musical talent whatsoever.
I'd watch that if you dressed up in a hot dog suit and sang that.
Well, yeah. I got an indicator. It's called the hot dog pattern indicator. So maybe to
There
do
you
some
go.
marketing for that indicator, we could try that.
Yeah, I like it. I think, I like that indicator. I think people should have it.
My
Matter of
frog
fact, if you
will
don't have
eat
it, you're
the hot
missing
dog.
out.
What was that, Michelle?
What'd you say? Mich-
I said, my frog will eat your hot dog.
What is that called? The dying
Uh-oh.
frog? Is that
Only if the hot dog eats it.
Did you invent that pattern or someone teach you that?
No, we kind of figured it out one time when we're waiting for gold to make a move.
Wow, that's impressive.
She calls it the ugly frog.
The ugly frog. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an indicator
people.
yet? The ugly frog indicator?
Nope. Nope.
It's coming.
Well, when you get that out, let me know and I'll build a marketing campaign around it.
There you go.
That'll work.
We're getting some frog suits and we can jump around.
Yeah. John, you're going to be the spokesperson. The
Yeah.
ugly frog. Oh, see, this is what trading does to you. You go crazy sitting here waiting for price to move.
Well, try the Asian market. It gets a lot worse.
If this doesn't hit my target soon, I'm going to have to pull out my phone and start playing games.
There you go.
You know what I've been doing recently
Now we're almost.
on my phone?
Uh-oh.
Because
No.
I don't like playing games too much. Sometimes I get addicted or whatever, and I play on my phone. So I recently got one of those language apps, and have been learning Spanish.
There you go.
It's fun.
Which one did you get? Memorize?
It's called Duolingo.
Okay.
I think Duolingo. It's free and it's really good.
Good.
I'm on level 2.
Great.
Yeah. But the levels are long. It's not like, because I've been doing it for like maybe 4 months and I'm only on level 2, and they try to get you to go back every day. So I try to do like 15 minutes a day.
That's good.
So
Is it helping?
yeah, I mean, I'm getting it. It's hard. I still can't really
Okay.
I mean, I probably know like 100 words or so. But yeah, pretty soon you're going to be hearing this this stream in Spanish. We're going to be doing Spanish
I
trading.
like it. There you go.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go.
It is. It's almost there.
It's just the time. It's just gonna do it.
Yep. It's almost there. It touched the bottom and it pulled up a little bit, so hopefully it'll go back down.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of this candle, right in the middle of this 15, which it's a new 15, 2 minutes into it, so we got a lot of time on it. But I'm probably going to close her up, John, and just let this thing play out.
Okay.
And but I want to thank you for doing this, and we'll follow up later and see what we want to do next.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
yeah, thank you too. Thank you, Michelle, and everybody in John's room, Abraham. Really
Bye,
appreciate
Casey.
it. Yeah, so I'll keep everybody
Thank you.
posted on how this test goes. Good start so far.
No, we got to get it passed.
Yeah. So maybe the next time I jump on, I'll hit you up, but I think this trade's gonna close out as a winner, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks a lot, and we'll see you guys. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you, Casey. Good
All
to
right,
work
thank you,
you
Casey.
again.
Bye, Casey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, buddy.